Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for our first Carling Currie Cup game in a very long time on the channel. I hope you are all doing well. This is going to be an exciting one. We haven't been able to watch too many of these games. They have been on in the middle of the night here in New Zealand. Also during the Olympics, they wouldn't even show them, which was very disappointing because of the fact I was following it game for game up till these points. But now we are here for a game only a couple rounds away from the finals. It is going to be the Bulls taking on the Pumas last week. The Pumas having a 40-all draw with the Western Province, which was a very impressive performance. But we are seeing here that the Blue Bulls, they are called for this one, they are going to be one of those sides that are extremely hard to beat at this late stage of the competition. But yeah, it is going to be a very exciting one indeed. We are just seeing the Pumas making their way out onto the field. We have got Smithy Toilet in the chat, as said Yelza, and Toyoti's going to win Player of the Year next year. I reckon he'll be AB's captain as well. And we have also got there SFH from Johnny Blaze. SFH, I feel like I should know what that stands for, but I feel like Hello Lads as well from Johnny Blaze. Hope you're well, mate. How is it going with the family situation that you've got at the moment? Hopefully it's all going smoothly for you. But yeah, it will definitely be a little bit of a stage to adapt to, I guess you could say, because of the fact that, all of a sudden you got a couple of those kids that you got to look after. That probably sounds weird to people who are tuning in, but there is reasoning behind it. But yeah, hope you are all doing well today. And I'm excited for this game, because of the fact that, like I mentioned, we haven't seen too many Currie Cup games in a very long time on the channel. And it is purely because of the fact that they haven't been showing these games over here, and also because of the fact that, unfortunately, I just haven't been able to follow as many of them as I would like to. Right, we have got that there. We will go like this, we will go like this, and we will bring up the right screen so that we are ready to go for this match. I'm hyped up for this one, even though we are here in the middle of the night here in New Zealand. I think it's going to be a very exciting match. We have got Marco Kazi, Kelly Toyoti, the bloody man. I reckon he's better than Retallick as well. He is certainly a very good player. And I guess that is something I should mention now as well. The Bunnings NBC, the games this weekend have been cancelled, or not cancelled, but postponed at this stage. Unfortunately, it does mean that we are going to have to wait a little bit longer to see the likes of Canterbury versus Hawke's Bay and all of those good games. So that's going to be taken very nicely by the number 5 for the Bulls. I am going to get the lineups up. I haven't actually had a chance to have too much of a look at it because my internet decided that it didn't like me, but it was Nokia who was able to take that original one. He will captain the ABs in 2023 as well, says Smithy Toys. That is a very bold statement. Who is he playing for in the Bunnings NBC? Is he at... I should know this, but I can't quite think of where he is. I know he plays for the Blues, of course, during Super Rugby, but that's going to be taken very nicely there by Mafura, and he is going to be 20 metres out, 40 metres out. And the Pumas, like I mentioned, they had a 40-all draw up against the Western Province. And it was a game that they really didn't look like they should have been able to win. But every time that they went down for points, they just fought back. That's a beautiful inside ball there. And it's going to be back into the hands now of it's Kwenzi Mafu. And he is trying to link up, but he's on the 22. I'm going to have to look at the lineups a few times throughout this one, so I do apologize for that in advance. But now driving forward, it is Visaki. Hopefully I'm pronouncing these all correctly as well. I have to say my South African pronunciations are a little bit rough, but that is a very nice run from the Pumas there, making their way up to 15 metres out. It's going to be a penalty as well to them for the player not rolling away. Thinking about taking it quickly was September, but decides against it. We have got there. Good mate. Fams, as sweet as. Thanks. Feels good to look after the youngsters, but they're a combo to deal with as well. Says Johnny Blaze, and also Chug, Kazi Boat, and GWT is Dev's putting his hands up as well. GWT. I feel like I'm not getting all of these abbreviations today. Unfortunately, Springboks versus Pumas this week. Marks is starting. Do you think he'll make an impact, especially at the breakdown? I think Malcolm Marks, because who did they have last week? I'm trying to think of exactly who it was, but he didn't really have a huge game, I don't think. But Malcolm Marks is one of those players. Off the bench, he always has a very good performance. That was very rough there for the Pumas there at line-out time. So I believe it is going to be taken back by Blue, so it's going to be a 5-metre scrum, I assume, in this situation. So a bit of pressure on the Bulls early on in this one so far. But yeah, I would assume off just starting this match, Malcolm Marks is going to be one of those players, definitely in a rolling maul. When we saw him come off the bench, I believe it was that British and Irish Lions second or third game, when he came off the bench, all of a sudden the rolling maul was just making a whole heap of meters. And with that experience as well, it's going to be exciting. And that game's only a couple of days away as well. We're not sure whether or not the games between the Wallabies and the All Blacks will be still taking place because of the fact, unfortunately, we've got ourselves in lockdown level 4. Happy lockdown, y'all. And I've been giving the little ones plenty of homework, etc. And we play soccer when the sun is out. Hope your family is okay during these steep times. And yeah, at this stage, hopefully everyone in New Zealand, like we did for the last one, it's been over a year since we've had to go into level 4 lockdown, but hopefully everyone just does what they did last year, works together, and is going to be in that situation of being able to get out of it as soon as possible. Joseph Weber was the man who started, says Cameron as well. And we have what's got there. Hello and lovely day to everyone. Blue Bulls by 17. The Carling Cup will be theirs as well, says Sebastian. That is exactly who he's going for. And that's the thing. The Bulls are a hard side to beat at the best of times. And the Pumas, they're also one of those sides. I think they've done extremely well throughout this season to be able to be as high up as they were, because of the fact, I think at the start of the season, everyone was telling me that it's going to be the Golden Lions who will be winning this one. It's going to be now a lot of pressure on Mafu off the back of the scrum, but it's another penalty to the Pumas there. They're only going to be 10 metres out, thinking about a quick tap decides against it, and it looks like they're going to keep on being aggressive, kick it for the corner, and it was against Zach Berger there. That penalty, I'm just going to get the table up for you guys as well, and we have got Marks as another loose forward. Best scrum half hooker, best Southern Hemisphere hooker, in my opinion, says Johnny Plays as well. And we have got Get Kelly or Get Dewioti to give those kids a lesson. He'll teach them how to become the best lock as well. You're very fond of him. It seems Billy thought, it's going to be a mistake there, but it's going to be called. Closing the gap. So it's another free kick here for the Pumas, and they are going to be able to keep on piling on the pressure. The game here in Perth next weekend could be cancelled. The Wallabies are here. All Blacks should come to as well, says Chris Sarah. Yeah, they were supposed to leave on Sunday, I believe, but because of our lockdown now, more than likely being extended as well, it would mean now that Perth have brought in the rule that you've got to have 2 weeks of quarantine. That's going to be a beautiful run from the Pumas, and that's going to be a try as well. Very nicely done by the Pumas to start this match off. And it is exactly what they would have been wanting to do early on in this one. Only 4 minutes in, and they have struck first in this one. I'm just trying to see exactly who was able to score it. Was it very nicely done? First of all, good run from their number 7 driving. And then it was just set up beautifully for that man in the number. Not going to show me the number. Please show me the number. I'm not sure of these players off by heart yet. Unfortunately, definitely not for the Pumas. I haven't actually watched too many of their games. It was their number 6. So I will quickly get the lineup to see exactly who was able to score that one. But it was a very nice try. It was Neil Otto who was able to score it. Or Neil Otto. I will go with in that situation. But we have got Pumas by 12 plus, says Akwatson. And also we have got Vincent Tachuka, Lions. Luce could be a potential Springbok. I 100% agree. I was watching him throughout the Rainbow Cup, and he is one of those players as well that, like him, also Buthelezi is another one I've been keeping an eye on. And hopefully we do get to see a few of those guys get a chance in the Springbok kits. And definitely with a few of the injuries that are popping up for the Springboks, they haven't lost a huge amount of players. They've lost Vermeulen, de Klerk, and also I believe there is one other who is relatively injured at the moment. But hopefully, we do get to see those players in the future as well. We have got there Jarrell Kelly, Tuioti is a beast. He definitely deserves higher owners as well. Says Johnny Blaze. I believe he plays, I want to say he plays for Counties Manukau, but I could be wrong there. Who does he play for in the Bunnings NPC? And all NPC and FPC games cancelled, says George Polo. They are indeed, unfortunately, with New Zealand moving into level 4. I guess I should kind of explain what level 4 is as well for you guys who are not in New Zealand. So pretty much the only time you're allowed to go out is to exercise and also to get essential that's a high tackle on the halfway line. Yeah, kind of get essentials such as food and everything along those lines. So all the shops have been shut or are going to be shut except for the essential ones for the next 3 days. But more than likely we are going to be extending. Unfortunately, there we have what's got there. I've been looking up to our new captain, Kelly Tuioti bloody goat as well. Said Smithy Torn, and also we have got ABs possibly on a very, very long OE from Australia. They could possibly head Northern Hemisphere, stay till November as well, says Johnny Plays. Yeah, it's one of those ones. It's all up in the air at the moment because this wasn't really supposed to be on the cards for not just the Bledisloe, but just New Zealand in general, because of the fact that now that Perth have said that you need a 2-week lockdown does mean that that game is definitely possibly in trouble. And now it's going to be a beautiful run there from, it was the number 12 for the Bulls, and they are straight on attack once again, but they are leading, or they are losing by 7 points, so they need to make sure that they score soon. Zach Berger, wide ball here, and they're going to be 5 metres out. And it looks like they are going to keep on sending it. Zach Berger decides to go to the left instead. It's going to be big contact there, and that is one thing that the Pumas, they have kind of leaked a few points throughout the season, and it is one of those ones that if they score plenty of tries in this one, perhaps they will be able to get themselves a win, but they need to make sure that they defend well. And at this stage, they're only going to be a couple metres out, straight on the ball, and they've got the penalty there. The Pumas a couple metres out. Thinking about, it's taking the quick tap there, and it's going to be a counter attack here for the Pumas. And there's plenty of space on the outside now. I believe it is Stickling, who is a driving 40. He's decided to kick it in behind, seeing a lot of space here. It's an awkward bouncing one, but it has been tackled there by Navuka. And he is going to be tackled just inside of his 22, but they will have an opportunity here to clear their lines, the Blue Bulls, but they're under a lot of pressure. That is for sure. We have got hi from Ruben as well. Welcome into the live stream, mate. And also why I believe Australia are not playing well is because of two things. Number one is no squad depth, and two, the problems with players and coaches off the field. As well, says Cameron. Yeah, unfortunately, they just haven't quite been able to find that link up between kind of the forwards and the backs. I think is one of the big things for them. But they have got the new law. It is going to be the Ghetto law getting taken away, which will mean that you will get an opportunity of being able to have those overseas players, such as maybe, I mean, there are some very good locks. The likes of Will Skelton will now be eligible to play for the Wallabies once that is removed, which is going to be absolutely awesome. That's going to be a good run there. Oh, he's dropped the ball, though. Their number 6 would have been in that situation. Neil Otto, the try scorer. And they've got the advantage still. It's going to be the big forwards for the Bulls. The Pumas have been able to defend well in this one so far. They've been able to shut them down as well, but not when this happens. It was almost going to be a line break. Yes, Zach Berger trying to go through it. Gappy was hard in the tackle. Boy, this is a hard name, Makwandawana. And it's a penalty to the Pumas as well. Very nicely done by the try scorer, Neil Otto. We have got their Bulls by 14 on the line, as well, says Ruben. And I guess I should go through the table. I was going to have it popping up, but because my internet decided that it really doesn't like me, it decided that it wouldn't actually let me put it up in terms of being able to put them together, because I had to reset the modem about 15 times for this one to take place. But so far, the Bulls are sitting on 39 points. The Sharks sitting on 35. The Pumas sitting on 27. So if they get a win here, that would boost them up quite nicely. Then you've got the Griquas on 26, Western Province on 25, Golden Lions 24, and the Free State Cheetahs sitting on 21. Then we have got their tough season as a Golden Lions fan, my lord, as well, says Sebastian. Yeah, it's one of those, like, they were actually, a lot of people were telling me that they were going to be the favourite in this one because of the fact that they didn't have too many Springboks players missing. But in this situation, yeah, it just hasn't quite gone their way, unfortunately. I'm just looking for the last time that the Pumas played up against the Bulls. I believe it would have been about rounds maybe 5 or so, if I'm not wrong. We've had a few cancelled games so far as well, which is rather unfortunate. So I'm not sure. There it is. The Blue Bulls were able to win at 32 points to 27 the last time these two sides played. And we have also got there, I haven't needed to go to the supermarket left. Hope y'all is safe as in regards Brewer as well, says that Johnny Glaze. Yeah, at this stage, luckily we had gone to the supermarket. I think it was about one day before it was announced that it was going to be into lockdown. So we have got plenty of supplies and whatnot. But yeah, it's more the fact that the Wi-Fi has decided to go a little bit slower now because of the fact that so many people will be using it. But yeah, at this stage, it is currently 12:41 here in New Zealand. And I just thought I want to get back into the Currie Cup. We haven't seen too many Currie Cup games on the channel recently because of the fact that for the Olympics, they weren't showing them. And then also, there's just been that much international rugby that has been on. So it's one of those ones that miss it out. But yeah, I am back now, and I am looking forward to the next few games we have got there. Wasn't able to join any Sevens Olympic streams. It feels horrible to only come and to know that we could have come top 3, considering the fact we won 5 of the 6 games as well, says Cameron Milner. And yeah, it was a very good game up against Argentina, and it didn't go the way that, unfortunately, the Springbok supporters, or the Blitzboks, I believe they are called for the Sevens, would have liked. But it's one of those ones. They were putting in a good shift out there, South Africa, at times, and I enjoyed the play style. They decided to go for a little bit more of a kicking game than some of the other sides, and I actually really like that factor. That's going to be actually a free kick now to the Bulls once again, or sorry, to the Pumas. Everything is going their way at the moment when it comes to the refereeing and the decisions, which is very good news for them, and now they will be going for a scrum and hoping to retain that as well. Yes, but I love the Lions number 11 as well, says Ruben. The number 11 for the Lions. I feel like I should be able to name him, but unfortunately, off the top of my head, I haven't quite been able to think of it. So you may have to let me know in the chat. And how do you look rugby? At this stage, in New Zealand, I am watching it on Sky Go. But I know that in South Africa, it's available on DSTV and also Supersport. I actually learned it's the same thing in that situation. But the possession so far, 58% to the Bulls. But the Pumas have been able to score 10 points. They were able to get that conversion a little bit earlier on. That did lead to them now having a 10-point lead. We have got big love for the Currie as well, says Sebastian. And also, wouldn't mind Currie right now. Do you like Currie, me brother, as well, says Johnny Glaze. I do enjoy it. And we have got a very good Indian place when it comes to the curries here. Butter chicken is the one that I go with a cheese and garlic naan. Now, luckily, I had some food before this, so I won't get too hungry. But this is going to be another run here for the Pumas, 40 metres out at the moment. And they are hoping to somehow build their way towards possibly another try. But this competition, it's that unpredictable that you can't guarantee a team's going to win, even if they've got about a 20-point lead. It was a good run from Kutsa there. Now it's going back line movement. Oh, it's been dropped there by the number 12, which in this one is It's a hard name to say. I believe it is Mjema or something along those lines. Some of these South African pronunciations I think will be pretty rough. But Sebastian de Klerk now trying to find a bit of space. Giving it back to the fullback. It's been charged down and only a metre short there. Zach Berger very nicely done with the charge down. And now it will mean that the Pumas will have to have a 5 metre line out. We have got what is the next match for the Lions. It says Ruben Meyer. I can get that up for you. I believe they actually play at, it would be, I think it's 7 p.m. tonight, South African time. And they are going to be playing the Western Province as their next game. The game straight after this one is going to be the Cheetahs taking on the Griquas. And that is the other match of today. Unfortunately, though, because of the fact that it will be very late here in New Zealand, I think I am only going to be covering this game just for now. But we are going to have plenty more Currie Cup action coming in the next couple of weeks. We have got there. The Springboks is very good. They are indeed. They were able to keep the Pumas trialists, which was extremely impressive. But that's one thing that we know about the Springboks. They are never going to let easy tries in. So it's going to be interesting. Oh, that's a big bump off there by Cornell Hendricks there. That was very nicely done there. Oh, sorry, it was Trevino Jacobs who was able to do so. And at this stage now, the Pumas winning another not releasing penalty. They are on fire in the breakdowns at the moment. And we have got, I think, okay, thanks. Are you going to do the Lions game? Says Ruben, if it wasn't on at 5 a.m. New Zealand time, I well and truly would have wanted to. But because it's on at 5 a.m., I think it might be getting just a little bit late for a midweek one. But perhaps after the Springboks versus, who do they play this weekend, the Lions? They play at 12:10 a.m. So I think that is actually going to be one that could possibly be an option. 12:10 a.m. on Sunday as well. 12:10 a.m. on Sunday. So that would be the game before the Springboks game, I believe. So maybe I could look at doing that one. Scott Jones says, good morning, friend. Welcome in, mate, to the live stream. Hope you are having a good day / night or / since you have said morning. Hopefully you are having a good morning there, mate. And we have got the Springboks and All Blacks are the only international teams that have squad depth, as well, says Cameron. Although France are also trying to push their way up there because of the fact, like, they played, a lot of people call it their B team in Australia, but they still have a lot of very good young players who are coming through their ranks. But yeah, the All Blacks, I should say, they have got quite a few in terms of the selection, and same with the Springboks there. They'll face the Western Province tonight, as well, says Sebastian. They do indeed, and we have what's got there. I love the curry, me brother. Butter, chicken, cheese and garlic, tasty as well, says Johnny Glaze. But at this stage now, it's going to be a backline movement once again here for the Bulls. It's a great tackle there from the Pumas, number 11. Oh, it's going to be going back for the advantage, but that was going to be another win in the penalties for the Pumas, but they're going back now. France have plenty good depth, as well, says Johnny Glaze. And also we have got, do you cook or bake, Hamish brother? If so, what's your go-to, lad? I'm actually a very simple individual. Like, I'll just go with some chicken and rice is normally the way that I go. I kind of make like a chicken / egg fried rice type arrangement. It's kind of a pretty plain basic. I've actually changed my diet pretty heftily. That's not the right word, but pretty drastically, I guess you could say, over the last couple of weeks, because of course some of you guys will know that after every single live stream, I was just having some chips, pretty much hot chips was the go-to before and after the live stream. So I decided to switch it up. So now I'm chicken and rice, fruit and all sorts. But I actually, for tea tonight, I made some homemade hash browns, which went all right. And hash browns is in with the potatoes, Johnny, before you get any ideas there. But yeah. Oh, they're already making a change. Willie Engelbrecht making his way out there. That's for the try scorer, Neil Otto. So that is a big sub. That is for sure. Chips as well, says Sebastian. And also we have got hello from Uncle Bill's. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Do appreciate you being here. And we have got how's lockdown been so far? To be honest, so far for me, it's been actually pretty much the same as it normally would be, because of the fact that I end up editing till late and then sleeping through the day, which is normally the best part to like go out and about. But of course, with level 4, no one is allowed to go anywhere at this stage. So it does mean, at this stage, I've talked to George quite a bit. We played a bit of Xbox earlier on tonight. He's doing well. We're hopefully going to be getting a live stream going for the Kiwi Lads gaming channel at some stage as well. And we have got hello all the way from Vietnam. Thanks for the game. As well, says Stuart, and welcome in to the live stream, mate. What time is it in Vietnam at the moment? I think I asked that to everyone who is from different countries, but I struggle with time zones big time. I've finally worked out South Africa's in that regard because of the fact that I know that it is kind of, I believe they're 10 hours behind, if I'm not wrong. But I know the kind of conversion, because whatever it is in New Zealand time, you just add a couple hours and then put a PM or an AM. That's going to be an advantage at scrum time, 40 metres out now. And the ball's going to be using the back line. It's drawing past, beautifully done out onto the wing now. And he has tackled just inside of the 20 time. I'm going to have to get the names up once again, I think. But it's going to be in the hands of that big number 1 driving at the props of the Pumas as well. Quick ball from Zach Berger. Beautiful white ball now. He's got Trevino Jacobs on the outside. He finds him as well. 5 metres out here for the Bulls. And this is looking like they are going to be going straight back. It's a penalty now for the Bulls. 5 meters out. Zach Berger wants to take it quickly. Thinking about it, looks like he's just going to be offloading it to one of the big forwards. Or does he? Seems like they are possibly going to slow it down here. 420 here in New Zealand as well. Says Johnny Blades and Hamish, the mass mulcher. Build up the physique, Hamish, brother. Gonna start pounding on the weight. Gonna get buff and swole AF as well, says Johnny Blades. Yeah, because I feel like it's one of those ones as well. That's become my favorite saying, by the way. And I don't know why I keep on saying it, but it just comes out every single time that I try and transition. But it's one of those ones, I said it again there, but yeah, I'm hoping that with the new diet, like, because I was just pretty much in full-on YouTube mode for the last, I guess, 9 months, I guess you could say. I was just making sure, like, every minute was going into how can I make the YouTube channel better? How can I kind of make the videos better as well? And everything like that. And I kind of forgot about doing things kind of to try and make myself a little bit healthier at the same time. Like, I was just having McKicky fries, which is just hot chips pretty much every single night because of the fact that it was quick and easy and I was able to edit in between while they were cooking in the air fryer. But 5 meters out here for the Bulls. I will read the chat in a very short moment. I do appreciate every single one of you for being here. That was a big tackle. And the Bulls now going to be only 5 meters out. Once again, Zach Berger offloads it now into the hands. Oh, it's been dropped there by Eric Lowe, I believe it was. And now it's a beautiful run from the Pumas. They are just inside of their own 22, passing it across field. And then number 10 is going to be clearing his lines, Neil Mariah. So I haven't actually learned too many of these Pumas players, to be honest, because I haven't had a chance to really see too many of their games. I don't think we've done a single live commentary on the channel either. If I'm not wrong, South Africa 10 hours behind Romania, 9 hours. As well, says Sebastian. And also we have got, it is 7:50 p.m. in Vietnam as well. And we have also got there, Russell, has said, what options do you have to keep shape or to keep in shape during lockdown? I'm actually very fortunate with the amount of, like, because in the past I have always wanted to get into kind of exercising a lot more. So we've got a big treadmill in the corner that is kind of, at this stage, it's standing upright, but that is certainly an option. I've also got a few weights and everything that I have got the option of using as well. It's more of just one of those ones of using it. That's going to be a penalty there for the player tackling without the ball. What's the number 12 getting penalised? Which in this one, I am just going to quickly see the name. It was Ali Majima, something along those lines. And we have got now in South Africa, it is 2:49 p.m. as well, says Rumaya. And we also got, well, the legendary McKicky Fries. Hello, you've been grinding, bro. Now you're showing him, me brother, Hamish, let's go. As well, says Johnny Plays. And that's the thing. I'm also thinking about doing a video very soon. And it is going to be reacting to our very first live stream for the Bledisloe Cup. Because I know that from that time, we've come a long way in just the 9 months or so. Like, in those first live streams, I hardly talked. And also my Wi-Fi was terrible, which is something that maybe hasn't quite happened. Or hasn't got that much better in the past little while. But at the moment, the number 10 for the Bulls is down. So we are just waiting for him to be able to get back up. He was hit very hard in that tackle in the end, Johan Hussen. But we have also got there, give us a treadmill run, because I remember asking you that in like the second stream. You haven't run for us. You're the boys as well. Says Johnny Bates. That is true. I've never actually gone on the treadmill on live stream. It's also one of those ones that I've never drunk any liquid on live stream, which I feel like has become almost a weird tradition on the channel for me to just not consume beverages, whether that is water or anything along those lines. But at this stage, they are going to be kicking for the corner of the Bulls. Listen, putting it close. It is going into touch. Very nice kick. And now 10 meters out here. 5 meters out almost. The Blue Bulls are going to have to try and get back into this one. Glad to watch you grow, brother. So proud of you, legendary. Proud of you, mate. Legendary status. And I feel like that's one thing I still struggle with is reading the chat. Like, when I try and read it too quickly, my brain just doesn't work. But I appreciate the fact that you've been here since the start. And I mean, yeah, that's a weird thing. You've been here since pretty much, I believe you were actually in that first live stream. So I feel like if I do a reaction and see the chat, I am going to see the name Johnny Blaze popping up as well, which is going to be pretty awesome. Going to be a trip down memory lane. This is going to be a nice rolling maul here for the Blue Bulls, only 5 meters out. This is looking like try time. It's going to be extremely hard for the Pumas to stop this. Definitely now with the momentum, it's a try. And it is going to be Skalka Rasmus who was able to score it there. And the Bulls are going to be right back into this contest now. That was a very nice set rolling maul. They decided to kick it for the corner rather than going for the 3 points. Well, in the end, it did pay off, I should say. And because of it now, Skalka Rasmus able to score his third try. I can't speak tonight. Third try in the Currie Cup. There we have also got the original Kiwi lad as well, and the 10 and the ball in the Kieran from Sebastian as well. And tell you what, because you guys are the original Kiwi lads, in the chat. I'm going to show you a unreleased emoji that we've been working on. Me and Isaac, well, Isaac mainly. I sent him a photo, and he was going to see what he can do with it. So at this stage now, I am going to see what I can do here. We will quickly go like this. Isaac has been working on a Billy emoji, and I think it looks pretty awesome. And I am going to show you guys it as well. It's going to be Johan Huissen. I love saying that name, even though I probably say it wrong every time. But he is going to be taking the kick at the post here to try and make it only a three-point contest. Well, back when we were fighting in the trenches, struggling to make ends meet as well. Says Johnny Blaze here, right back. See, that's the thing. It feels like forever ago, but it was actually only about 11 months. Love your commentary, mate, as well. Says Mitch, do appreciate you being here, mate. It's one of those ones. I end up getting too excited for some of these games, and my brain gets scrambled. Definitely when trying to pronounce South African names. I think well and truly just doesn't seem to roll off the tongue and the brain as well as it possibly could. But this is the new emoji that you guys are going to get to see released on the channel in a short moment. It's not going to focus, unfortunately. There he is. It is going to be a Billy emoji that is going to be coming very soon. And I absolutely love it. And hopefully you guys will as well. I feel like it's going to be going through the chat very often. If you want access to that emoji, I should mention it is through the channel membership. And there is a join button when you click on the Kiwi Lads channel if you do want to help us out. Just like we have got Sebastian. Oh, wait, Johnny Blaze. Have you learned whether or not YouTube do give you your money back for your subscription yet? Because it's one of those sites. I want you to be able to access that emoji. I'm going to have to work out how to send you a membership. I think it's going to be the case. And we have got there, Sebastian, with the cat emojis as well. And I'm excited because of the fact, like we decided to leave in the fact, because as you guys know who have been watching the channel for a while, he has got a bad eye. He is blind in one eye, but we decided to leave that in as it is a little bit unique to him in that regard. But now it's going to be Zach Berger, who will be kicking this ball up into the sky by the looks of it. It is a home game for the Pumas, so they will be wanting to make sure that they can impress their coaches, I guess, because it is not a home ground, or a home crowd, I should say. But now we're running sideways here. It's going to be a little offload from Marias, or a big hit there on the number 15. I am sorry about my pronunciation of some of these names as well. I do apologize in advance. Now it's going to be out the back line. It's going down the wing now. It's back into the hands of the guy who I thought actually got subbed off, Otto. But he is back out there at the moment. Zach Berger trying to rip that ball away just outside of the 22. Going back across field, the big man there, Norde, just getting absolutely whacked in that one. Going short side here, little kick in behind, banana kick almost type arrangement. It's going to be sitting up. Oh, that's taken in the air. And that is going to be possibly a yellow card, just the way that the rules are written. Did hit him extremely hard. He couldn't defend himself there. It was Arensa. And because of it, he has been hit very hard there. And we have got the question marks there from Johnny Blaze. Although I'm not too sure what part that was from. If I'm not wrong, for your YouTube membership on the Marco Vunipola one, have they decided to give you your money back for that subscription, or is it still active for Marco Vunipola? Because I know that he's still listed as one of the channel members at the moment, if I'm not wrong. It's Ravino Jacobs here with the left boot. He is going to be kicking it into touch. A lot of hands on hips at the moment for the Bulls. They have been under a bit of pressure early on in this match, but now about 30 up from their own line, they will have an opportunity for a line out as well. At this stage, also, I will mention that whoever wins this game has a very good chance of making it into those final and semi-final matches that are going to be taking place in only a couple of weeks' time. The Pumas, this is a must-win for them. They need to make sure they win it. The Bulls will still go through, but with the win here, it could secure them possibly the first place in that regard going into those group stages. But the final last year, I believe, was the Bulls versus the Sharks, and there's a chance that it could be the same in this one, unless, of course, the Pumas can cause an upset in this one, but they'll have to make sure that they do get it right for the next, not just the next 17 minutes of this half, but the next 57 of this match as well. We have got there. I thought you would have the game up as well, says Mitch. Yeah, unfortunately, due to the licensing, I wish that I could have it. Like, I wish I was only a small or just doing the commentary. But unfortunately, due to copyright, they do end up taking us off YouTube for 3 months if you do get a copyright strike, which is very unfortunate because, yeah, it's one of those ones. I absolutely wish I could show you guys what is happening as well. I will try my best to keep you informed with the commentary, although I do apologize once again because of the fact that I haven't been able to pronounce too many of these names too well. But now it is going to be the number 4 for the Pumas, which in this one is Damaza. Now going September, short ball there. Otto's knocked it on. And because of it, it does mean that the Bulls have got this one 15 metres out from their line, and it was Cornell Hendricks. I didn't actually realise he actually had headgear too often. I believe I haven't seen him with headgear too often. Ravino Jacobs. He's also got the blonde beard, which is something I am not used to as well. We have got, I don't know, I haven't done anything about Marco yet. I'm having a Effie bro slow cooked biscuit, potatoes, and butter bread as well, says Johnny Blaze. That sounds all right. And we have got there Katie Dixon in the chat as well. Hey, howdy, yeah, Oscar Kieran. And the 100 in the ball in there. Just woke up, my eyes are foggy, my brain is groggy. Give me the rugby as well, says Katie. And welcome into this one. And because you are, of course, another one of the Kiwi Lads members, I will show you the picture that I showed everyone else before. I have got a new emoji coming, Katie, and I think you will enjoy it very much because of the fact that it's to do with a certain cat. I will just put it that way, but we will put them up on the screen there. That is going to be the new emoji. That is coming very soon. I need to chop my nails, that is for sure. I haven't been outside for a little while, so I feel like that is something. But that is the new emoji. It's not really focusing, but yeah, it is one of those ones. Hopefully you can see it all right. And you can see that that is the new Billy emoji coming very soon. It's going to be a scrum here for the Bulls, and they are going to be able to retain it just outside of their own 5 metre line. Cornell Hendricks with a good step there, driving forward as well with that run. And now Zach Berger gives it back. Oh, there's a player down for the Bulls. Wilson kicks it downfield. Very good kick downfield. Almost going to be kicking right down. And that's the thing. There is no 50-22 rule at this stage, I don't believe. And we have got there George Polo as, but don't you have work, mate? Not at the moment, because of the fact that, unfortunately, New Zealand is in lockdown level 4, which does mean that it means that no one is allowed to leave the house unless you are an essential worker or getting groceries or exercising. We are all stuck in the lockdown situation for the next 3 days, but more than likely a couple of weeks because of a few cases that have been popping up, or just got his head on the wrong side there. The Pumas number 10, and he did stay down, which is not ideal. So he will have to go off for an HIA in this one, which is Neil Marius. Just, yeah, not quite getting it right there. We have got there Billy A as well, says Katie. And also Bulls to win, says Achilles. And also Laser Eye Green, says Johnny Blaze. And also Morning Lass. Billy emoji coming up, says Sebastian. It is indeed. And also, yeah, the foggy brain in the morning. I feel that, says Johnny Blaze. And also there, George Pulu, yeah, bring us these streams as well, says Johnny Blaze. Yeah, it's one of those ones, I guess, because you are not, are any of you guys in New Zealand, and are you considered essential workers as well? Do let me know, because I know that some people, of course, if you work in a supermarket or anything like that, you do have to work throughout the next couple of days. But then overall, I think a lot of people are going to have 3 days off. It's actually rather unfortunate because the day, actually it's today, isn't it? Our first day of lockdown. We were actually going to be getting the floor of the bathroom vinyled. And it was one of those unfortunate situations. Mum and Dad, they have been planning it for probably a couple months now. And unfortunately, when that announcement went through, it did mean straight away that that floor wasn't going to get vinyl. So it's going to be not final for a little bit longer. But we have still got a few projects that we're working on around the house. While we are just seeing the man in the number 10 jersey, Neil Marius, just getting taken off the field. So his replacement in this one is going to be Eddie Foucher. And he is going to get an opportunity a lot earlier in this match than he would have been expecting. Or it's going to be driving forward there. And it's an awkward one for the number 8 there. For the Bulls as well, going to be a wide ball set from September, taken nicely there by Vasaki. I can't say that one very nicely. To be fair, we have got there. Hamish, you are an essential worker, bringing us the heat, as well, says Johnny Blaze. And also we have got there, Ali has said my boyfriend's an essential worker. He is indeed in that regard. And I've got it when you want it at the Night and Day store, that is for sure. And that is something he will know very well, but that one now is going to be just outside of the 22. And they are going to be kicking it downfield. It is going to be now Nuthuka kicking it across field. Going to be taken nicely just outside of the 22. The fullback of the Pumas now going for almost a 50-22. Is it going to be a 50-22? I feel like because of the fact that the competition started beforehand, it does mean that it won't be a 50-22 here for the Pumas. But we'll have to wait and see whether or not that is the case in this one. We have got, can you not work from home? I don't actually have a job at this stage. I guess YouTube is my job in some regards. So I guess I am kind of working from home pretty much all the time at this stage. But yeah, overall, I was actually in between having jobs. So it's one of those ones that I didn't actually get in the situation of ending up with one. But yeah, YouTube kind of is a full-time gig. But of course, yeah, it isn't the most, I guess you could say the highest paid job, but I absolutely love doing it. And that is why I do it every single day and try and make the channel as good as I can. That is going to be now the Pumas with this one just outside of the 5 metre line here. We've got Mitch in the chat and said, I honestly hope I get extra play because I'm risking my life with me job as well. I feel like you should get time and a half and also a few days holiday as well. Definitely, because if you are getting called into work at any stage, surely you do end up with that time and a half. Been a while since I've been here as well, says Achilles. It is good to see you back, mate. It has been a while as well since we have done a live stream for the Carling Currie Cup. It's probably been about since round 2 or 3, I think was the last one that we did for this match or for this competition. So it is good to be back for another knock on from the Pumas. Now Nokia's got that one, and now they are going to be trying to drive their way out of their 22 here. The Bulls have been stuck here for the last probably 3 or 4 minutes. So Zach Berger fires it back, and Cornell Hendricks, he has got a long boot on the left. It's a very good kick. Oh, it's going to be almost into touch by Mafura, who has been able to do very nicely to keep it in the field of play. Now it's going to be Staling, going to be kicking it in behind now. And they're going for almost a 50-22 once again. So I feel like that must be a rule in this competition now, if that is the case. But now, oh, it was a little bit high almost from the Pumas player, just going flying. In that situation, 45 metres out now, Zach Berger, passing it back to the forwards here, looking for the quick hands. Nicely done into the hands of Cornell Hendricks, now looking for the inside ball, almost going backwards there. Nicely done there by the Bulls to be able to retain this one. Zach Berger going short side once again, out to the number 13 inside ball. And it is going to be in the hands of Arnel Boffa, who was doing very nicely there. Short ball, not able to link up. Very nicely done there. And it was almost Skalka Rasmus who was able to pierce the gap. He's already been able to score 1 try in this match so far. Looking for another Cornell Hendricks now, trying to pierce the gap, but hasn't quite been able to do so. It's offside advantage here for the Bulls as well. So this is looking like it's a good opportunity to get them back in the lead in this match. Still going to be 5 metres out. Zach Berger going short side now. It's going to be now Smith, Mornay Smith driving forward. Zach Berger once again going short side. Flat ball, beautiful ball. And it's going to be Stravino Jacobs who was able to score it there for the Bulls, and they have taken the lead now. We have also got there, you're an essential worker, lad. As well says Johnny Blaze, and also I got my essential medicine right before midnight last night. I'm good. As well says Johnny Blaze, and tell your old man to Tyler, come on there as well. Says Johnny Blaze, I don't know what made them decide final, but that was what they decided to go with in the end. But this was a very nice, just kept on going to the right-hand side here, Zach Berger. Seeing the gaps open up, and then it was a beautiful flat pass out to Stravino Jacobs, who was lurking out on the wing, and he was able to put the ball down. We have got agreed during lockdown, you become an even bigger part of your viewers' lives as well, says Sebastian. And that is one thing that I want to make sure we are able to do, and that is provide you guys with plenty of videos to watch during lockdown, which is why we are going to be going with possibly a couple live streams on the Kiwi Lads gaming channel. We're going to be looking to get starting up and running once again because of the fact we've been a little bit slack with the uploads on that one, but I want to bring plenty of content, I should say. So it's going to be interesting to see how smoothly that all runs. But yeah, we have got videos coming up very soon. No better time to become a YouTuber than these lockdown days as well, says Katie Dixon. Yeah, at this stage, they seem to think it's going to be 3 days, but I think it is going to be extended because we have gone from 1 community case to now 20. So it's one of those ones that it's going to take a long time for them to be able to shut those all down and work out exactly where they've all come from, which is why we are going to be in lockdown probably for the next couple of weeks at least. And yeah, we will have to wait and see whether or not the Bledisloe Cup will still be happening for that third test match, but that one's gone over there. So very nicely done from the Bulls, and now they are going to be leading this match 14 points to 10 after 31 minutes. We have got Hauser from Voot as well. Welcome in to the live stream, mate. Welcome to this one. It is currently sitting at 1:06 a.m. here in New Zealand. I believe it is a 3 p.m. start for you guys, or a 3 p.m. game at the moment for South Africans, which is a decent time to be watching a game of rugby. And we've got 2 more games after this one, although I will not be covering those ones. I will probably end up crashing before that stage we have got there as well. Hey, how are you doing? As well from Johnny Blaze, and also we have got Bulls going to get points soon. Not good to be behind at halftime. Yeah, that is true. The Bulls are one of those sides that the Pumas have been doing well, but they need to make sure that they continue to do well kind of throughout the later stages of a match, because they can start a match well. We saw in that game up against the Western Province, they were always chasing that game, and in the end they were almost able to keep up. And that is why they ended up with that 40-all draw. But they need to get a win here if they want a chance of making it to those semi-final games. That's going to be a massive knock-on, and this is going to be a good opportunity here for the Pumas. That's gone full by about 5 years, and that is why it is going back now for the scrum. We have got, hope you're well, Mitch. Mate, you're a legend as well. Says Johnny Blaze, was my day off yesterday and I called in. So I've been working for 14 days straight now. Yeah, that is absolutely crazy at this stage. We have also got there. I started following a few other rugby live streams, but still haven't found one as great or as cozy as this one. Love this channel as well, says Katie Dixon. Thank you very much. And I mean, it's not the same without you guys in the chat though. Like, you guys need some of the credit in that regard because of the fact that, like, without you guys in this chat, like, it's just not the same. Like, it would just be commentary. And I feel like I like the commentary side of it, but I also absolutely love the chat side of it as well. And we have got there, hey, my man, how are you doing tonight? I'm doing very well, Jeffrey. Although, of course, we haven't got too much to do here in New Zealand at the moment because we have just gone into lockdown This is the first day of 3 days that we are going to be at level 4. So we are pretty much locked in, unless you are an essential worker. But at this stage, I just do a bit of YouTube at this stage. We have also got there. Hey, my man, how you doing? I read that one. And we have got excellent from Stephen. Welcome in to the Livestream I. And I think, if I'm not wrong, which I believe I am correct in that regard, I remember you donated and we ended up buying a pizza. I actually have the receipt on my desk because I was going to show you it when we did end up in that situation, but you did end up donating to the pizza fund. So I've got my receipt here, which we were able to get a few pizzas from Pizza Hut. So thank you very much for that, mate. And it was hugely appreciated indeed. We have got there in the chat flying above the clouds. And also we have got there, Katie, the best rugby YouTubers, best YouTube commentators is Kiwi Lads, Gareth Mason, the Rugby Guru, Forever Sports as well. And I'm actually the only one not from South Africa on that list. So I will well and truly take that. We have also got there, I literally just subbed to Forever Sports as well. So Katie Dixon and also G-Man is the ultimate. Actually, it's Unbiased Rugby, Big Gordon, and he to be the ultimate YouTuber, Rip Homie, as well says Johnny Blaze, and also any local games this weekend for the rugby. Unfortunately, the NPC and also the FPC have both been postponed for now, so no games are going to be taking place in that situation of the next probably week or two, unfortunately, which does mean it is going to head more towards Halloween, I believe, will be one of the last games. But we have already got a game between the All Blacks and Wales in that situation as well. And we have also got there, no worries, says Steve Smith, and also the pizza emojis from Sebastian. We have got Gordon, the old fella, legend rugby YouTuber as well, says Johnny Blaze. And that's one thing I need to watch more YouTube, I think, because I haven't had much of a chance to watch too much YouTube over the last kind of, I would say, year since starting. And I want to get more kind of, I guess not ideas, but I want to get more familiar with the rugby community because I have been missing quite a bit of what has been happening. Who wins the NRL this weekend, says Jeffrey Fockerd. Is it still taking place? I assume it is because those games are taking place in Perth, maybe? I'm not too sure. But at this stage, I'm not actually sure who plays. Do let me know who's playing, Jeffrey, and I will let you know. I tell you what, Warriors 3 in a row, though. That is very impressive from them. And we have got the no worries from Steve Smith. And also, that's good, Katie. Come check out the Rugby Guru sometime, too. I'm a mod there. So just come say hi, Kiwi Lads. It's a legend. I love this dude as well, says Achilles. That one's going to be going over from the Pumas. So now they are going to be right back in this match. Only 1 point different. Pumas sitting on 13, 14. For the Blue Bulls, we have got Kiwi U amongst all the South Africans in rankings. They're doing others from South Africa as well, says Achilles. So I do appreciate that a lot, mate. It is hugely appreciated, all the support. And that's the thing, these South African live streams, like the amount of support we've received on them was absolutely huge because of the fact that it's one of those ones I didn't expect you guys to follow along as much as you have been, but it has now been kicked off. We were just waiting for that kick originally to get the Pumas back into that one after the penalty, and now the score. 13 points to 14. Very good kick downfield there, close to the touchline. And now it is going to be the Bulls. Hussein, who is going to be putting it up, looking like he's looking towards the touchline. Is it out on the full? He's been able to keep that one in. And it's going to be sitting up as a no. It's a knock on there by the number 2. No, it was going backwards because of the fact that he was just in front of it. Now it's going to be Zach Berger. Gives it back to Hussein. Going to be the fullback now. Pearson his way up the middle of the field outside of the 22 here for the Bulls, but straight on the ball there. Almost, yes, he has won the penalty there. And it is the try scorer, Otto, once again winning the penalty. In the breakdown, he has been playing phenomenally in this one so far. We have got, is there a break in the game? I believe that would have been coming through when we did have that kick for the 3 points, if I'm not wrong. And we have also got the other rugby community will fear you, brother, or fear you, me brother. 2 cents intimidated by you, because I don't know about that. I feel like it's one of those ones. He's been growing very well recently as well, I believe, because of the fact, I mean, some of his videos to do with the British and Irish Lions tour, I think we're absolutely blowing up, which is awesome for that man as well. And yeah, it's one of those ones, the British and Irish Lions tour. I think it was pretty kind to a lot of rugby YouTubers in that regard. We have what's got there. I will absolutely do that. Thanks for the heads up. And we have what's got there. I will keep my eyes open for the next stream as well, says Katie. And also no New Zealand racing tomorrow and Friday due to the COVID-19 level 4 Melbourne Storm 13 plus. Wait, are the Melbourne Storm playing the Warriors? Because if that is the case, then yeah, maybe the Warriors are going to be in for 2 fun of a days. Kicked out on the full there by the Bulls on the halfway line. They're number 13. So because of it now, it is going to be a line out for the Pumas. Looking like they wanted to take that one quickly, but unfortunately it was Jans who was it. Just getting that one slightly wrong there. No problem, Katie. Will be nice seeing you. A new face there. Also nice to see Kiwi growing. This man channel is going rapidly. I always see new people here as well, says Achilles. Yeah, I am always surprised with the amount of you guys who are tuning into these live streams. Definitely because at the moment we are sitting at New Zealand time, 1:13 a.m. Melbourne Storm play Titans as well, says Jeffrey Fockerd, and also 2 cents followers are bots, fake accounts, fake subscribers, bro. Don't know about that. That would be a lot of work making it that many accounts though, because he has been flying up almost by the thousands over the last couple of months. Now it is going to be once again the Pumas on the halfway line with the line out throw here. It is going to be Edwin Stewart. Will have an opportunity. The Pumas need to score, I think, before the end of this first half. They are currently sitting only 1 point behind, 2 minutes left in this first half here. And it is almost a situation of a semi-final spot on the line. Only a couple rounds left for them to be able to do so. Breaking off the back now. It's going to be that man in the number 2 jersey, Swart. Going back across field now. Going to be passed back. It's going to be the replacement for Shea. He was on the field. That's a nice run here from the number 13. Selling dummy. Not quite able to link up, though. Offloads it back, though. And it is now going to be their number 12, which in this one is Fasaki. Just outside of the 22. Once again here, the Pumas, but that was a big hit on the player, and because of it, almost a penalty won by the try scorer for the Bulls, or one of the try scorers, Skalka Erasmus once again, Swart, going to be firing himself forward at the line. And that is once again the big forwards trying to find their way through the 22 of the Bulls. Are they going to be able to do so? For Shea just a little bit stuck there, almost doing a forward roll there in the tackle, which wouldn't have been too comfortable, but at the stage now, 1 minute left, 25 out. And the Pumas are still attacking. They must be up to about 7 phases by now. Is that going to be the Bulls' ball? Not quite. And at this stage, they are just hanging on. They're up to 8 phases now. Passing the flat ball for Shea out onto the wing now. Offloaded back on the inside to Shea. They're just keeping this one alive very nicely here for the Pumas. And in the end, it was Sebastian de Klerk who was able to do so. And at this stage, they are getting yelled at by their coach on the sideline. 10 phases in now. They are still trying to find their way over 20 meters out now. And it's just good defense from the Bulls. Nokia trying to get straight in there, not able to. Once again, going to be Criswell. September passes it back. Is it to Fauchier once again? Taking the contact. They just can't get through. They're up to 12 phases. Going to be going for 15 here. It's going to be an awkward ball here. And Damaza once again going to be carrying this one. They just can't get through. At the moment, it seems like it's going to be a brick wall of defense for the Bulls. Almost looking for the offload there. Not quite able to. Nokia with a great tackle. 14 phases. Are we going to get to see 20 in this one? Or almost dropped by, it was an Ade, but at this stage now, still going forward. The Pumas just can't get through at the moment. They're trying their best, but it's going to be the penalty to the Pumas, and they are going to possibly take the 3 points to get on the lead. Steve. More for the pizza fund. Cheers for content as well. Thank you very much, Steve. That's going to buy a lot of pizzas, mate. I tell you what. That is absolutely awesome. Thank you very much, mate. It is hugely appreciated. And yeah, that's gonna be staying up there for a while, that's for sure. But Steve is well and truly the pizza fund at this stage for the Kiwi Lads channel, sponsored by Steve and his pizza. And at this stage, yeah, it is hugely appreciated, mate. Kiwi Lads, read this name. Is that Arnold Borta or is it Botha? Do let me know. I feel like I get those two around the wrong way. We haven't got Johnny not buried or anything, but can you prove accusations as well? And also we have got who do you follow in the AFL, my man? I believe the only AFL game I've ever watched live, or one of the only ones, I think I've actually had a couple that I have watched. The first one being the Lions taking on the Eels. No, the blue and yellow team. I can't remember who it is, but this is going to be a kick here for the Pumas. They have got it. And so now they are going to take the lead at halftime. But I remember I was on an AFL commercial and I was waving a chip because there was some crazy guy or crazy guys in front of us who were full body paint, blue and yellow. So you can just see Hamish in the background going, waving his chip around. And I think the other game that I've watched was at the SCG, and that was between, I should know the names, but unfortunately I've forgotten them. Tell you what, I need to follow more sports like I used to because I am forgetting them flat out, that is for sure. We have also got in there Steve Smith, absolute legend, yes indeed. And Johnny Blazer said, yeah, legend as well. Dollar sign says Katie Dixon. And also we have got there, it's all good, mate. And yeah, it is hugely appreciated. And we have got $50 well. That's a lot of money. It is indeed going to be funding the Kiwi Lads channel because of the fact that we need to eat food. And of course, pizza is a very good. Tell you what, $5 pizzas here in New Zealand, they can get 10 of them. Of course, not all at once, or else that would be an interesting situation. Probable runner as well, as Steve Smith says, Zach Watson. He is indeed, and you said Arnold Borta right the first time, so it's Borta rather than Botha. So hopefully I will be able to remember that. And we have got, I've been following too, or I've been watching to follow more sports too. NZ has me very curious about cricket, and I actually want to do more cricket live streams. The Cricket World Cup's coming up in only a couple months' time, and hopefully you guys are keen to see a little bit of that. Of course, New Zealand going to be in that, going to be played in the UAE, and also I think it's split between the UAE and somewhere else. I can't quite remember the other one, but the draw has just been announced in New Zealand. They've got a couple tough games in the early stages, but we are at halftime, and this one's going to be a tough game in the second half for the Bulls because it is currently 16 to the Pumas, 14 to the Bulls, but we know the Bulls, they finish matches very well, and my brain hasn't woken up yet. I feel like mine hasn't, and I've been awake for many hours at the moment, but I think it is one of those ones. I'm a little bit rusty with these South African names. I'll be honest, it's been a long time since I've done a Currie Cup live stream. I think the last time would have been about round 3 that I did it. I'm trying to remember what that game was that I did do, but I still can't think of the exact teams. I think it may have been Western Province versus the Bulls, maybe, in that situation. Was that my cat? No, it's not. He is down here. Billy, you've got an emoji, mate. You're going to be famous soon. No one's really seen him lately. Billy, he is still lurking about in the lounge. We have got there. My brother has woken up there, and we have got there. And there's Geelong Cats brother as well. Says that Johnny Blaze in the ching as well in the chat. I feel like, yeah, it's one of those ones. Like, that's the thing on YouTube. Depending on the amount, it actually has it that it comes up for longer in the chat. So I feel like I shouldn't take this down yet. Definitely because I absolutely love that pizza emoji as well. We've got the pizza. And we actually, yeah, I had the pizza receipt still sitting on my desk from a little while ago because of the fact that I was like, anytime I see Steve from now on, I'm going to show him the receipt and be like, this is exactly what we brought. Pumas are holding their own, though. Not a bad first half at all. That's one thing I've enjoyed watching the Pumas because they never quite give up. And that is one thing you need when you are trying to get into a semi-final matchup. We saw their game up against the Western Province, and throughout pretty much that whole match, they should have been behind. And they were for a lot of it, but then they just kept on going, kept on fighting, and then in the end, scored 2 late tries to make it 40 all. And in the end, those points could be crucial for them. My brain has come to an end. It's nearly secret time for Johnny Blaze feeling tired right now, says Johnny Blaze. And you will definitely be feeling a lot more tired probably over the last couple of days with all of the running around and everything that you've probably had to do to look after those kids. How's that new fridge going for you? Have you used the Bluetooth yet? I am curious. I'm drinking chocolate milk in bed with me dog. I'm in the spare room. Why are you in the spare room, Johnny Blaze? We've got Johnny Blaze, the undercover Johnny Bravo as well. Says Achilles could be. And also we have got my brain, or the brain is still asleep, but I'm still awake, plus Mike as well, says Katie Dixon. At this stage, it's going to be interesting to see the second half. I feel like the Bulls are going to score an early try, and that makes me a little bit worried here for the Pumas. But the Pumas, if they can get a bonus point here, that would be absolutely huge for them. I believe, is it 4 tries in this competition that you need for a bonus point? If I'm not wrong, yeah, let's go. If you're scrum less, yeah, breakfast of champs, mate, as well, says Johnny Blaze. And at this stage, I just showing the replays as well. Very nice first try for Otto in the 5th minute. The Pumas had them under a lot of pressure here. And because of it, very nicely done. And it did mean that they had a very good start to this match. And that is something that they've got to keep on going in that regard. We're just looking. They are saying that Otto was the player of the first half. He had a couple of penalties that he did win as well throughout that one for his side. The Pumas in the breakdown with lightning in this one. I'm wondering whether or not I can get any statistics for this match. It's one of those ones that normally they don't have them. They only really have the try scorers, but it was the first try of the match for Otto. Then they were able to get the 3 points. That actually gave them a 10-0 lead. At this stage, my wife is snoring, so I got out of there, as I says Johnny Blaze. But Scully Rasmus there scoring the second try of the match. And at the end, it was the Bulls who were able to do so. Then the third try came for Cornell Hendricks out on the wing. No, sorry, it was Trevino Jacobs. I keep on confusing those two. Of course, they are both at the Bulls throughout the Rainbow Cup South Africa, which was a very entertaining competition. I can't speak at the moment. I'm excited for the second half. I feel like it's going to be very close, and that's why I'm a little bit worried. We ladies know how to score as well, says Katie Dixon. Yes, in fart as well. Although not too many ladies would admit that, Katie, to be fair. So that's fair play, I guess you could say. But yes, Trevino Jacobs, we'll just got that one. Zach Berger just kept on passing it wide, and we have got, if you lose with less than 7 points, you get 1 bonus point. If you lose with any amount of points but score 4 tries, you get 1 point. And we have got, if you lose then with less than 7 points, but you score 4 times, you get 2 points. As well, says Achilles. Yeah, that makes sense. So pretty much, I know that a lot of people thought that the game between the Springboks and the Pumas, the Springboks didn't actually, in a lot of people's minds, get that bonus point because they thought it was 4 or more tries needed. But it was actually in that competition 3 or more than your opponent. So it's one of those ones they were rewarded and they were able to get that point. That puts them in second on the Rugby Championship. That is the only Rugby Championship game we are going to get to see this weekend. And, of course, next weekend's game between the All Blacks and the Wallabies is still a little bit up in the air at whether or not it is going to be happening. But we haven't got there. Yes, it's a new thing for her. I haven't told her yet as well, says Johnny Blaze. That would be very dangerous when you do, mate. That is for sure. And we have also got there I know a lot of ladies who would admit that my cat's claw is in my tricep at the moment. You want to say hi to the people, Billy? Or are you just going to hang from my shirt? I might actually let him out of the lounge while I am at it. While we are at halftime, I am going to be going only over there. I will be back in a very short moment. We'll have to move Kieran for a moment so that we can let the cat out on the lounge. I will be back in only about, I'd say, tell you what, put a timer up. We're going for 13 seconds. Also, tell you what, I actually have the ability to put a timer up. It's kind of going to be 30 seconds, but I am going to only come back at 13, whereas at one moment we are going to get this up and going so that you guys can see how accurate my time is. So I'm saying 13 seconds it's going to take me, but I can't find the countdown. Where is it? There it is. Right. Okay, 13 seconds, and I will be back. We are going to start the timer right now. Yeah, no, it was a couple more than 13. I couldn't quite get back in time. I was going to leave it rolling, but then I thought I got to cut back in at 13 and didn't quite get there, unfortunately. There, but we have got that. Let's go, beautiful ladies as well. Hello, Billy. As well as Katie Dixon, and also we have got there. I know a lot of ladies who would admit that. As well as Katie Dixon, and also we have got halftime sessions on Hamish, says Johnny Blades, and also other nice hot G as well. And show us your beautiful kitty as well, says Achilles. He's actually just left the room, but I can show you the emoji that is coming for channel members extremely soon on this channel. Isaac has been working very hard on these ones, keeping us in suspense as well. Yeah, it was going to be that situation. Was he going to come back? Imagine if I just kept on playing that over and over and just never came back for the second half. That is something that, of course, I would not do to you guys, but this is the emoji that we have been working on for the channel. Hopefully you guys enjoy it there. It is going to be, there he is. Hopefully you guys can see him all right. Is it going to focus? I don't think it is, but that is the Billy emoji that is coming for channel members very soon. If you guys do want to become a channel member, there is a join button on the Kiwi Lads kind of homepage, I guess you can say. And yeah, he is going to be coming for an emoji. Probably this weekend he will be available, which is absolutely awesome. But in this game at the moment, 14 points to the Bulls, 16 to the Pumas. Able to get a 10-0 lead early, the Pumas, but then from there, it was the Bulls who were able to fight back. And that is something that they know how to do very often indeed. We have also got in there a little bit later on. We have got, I love it when the countdown ends early as well. Says Katie Dixon. That is one thing I sometimes get too excited. What is that here at the moment? I'm just going to have to hold that. Unfortunately, try and hold it down. But yeah, it's one of those ones that when it comes to the kind of like scheduled live streams, there's so many times I want to start about 10 minutes early and just sit there waiting. And I'm like, right, I'm allowed to press the button in 3, 2, boom, there we go. And we're straight away into it. Well, we have got Billy emoji, looks awesome. There's an awesome emoji, says Achilles. And Billy, half cat, half Gemini. He is indeed. He is blind in one eye, but it's one of those ones I didn't want to hide that in the emoji, if that makes sense, because of the fact if I had just a cat emoji, yes, it could be kind of representing Billy, but that is actually based off Billy's face. Isaac has done, I don't know how he does it. He's done some sort of kind of colouring in type arrangement with water paint or something to make that look like that. And yeah, it is absolutely awesome. And it goes with the Kiwi Lads very nicely as well in terms of the Kieran. And nice to see you on live streaming. Are you doing the other two games? Unfortunately, because of the time that they are going to be taking place here in New Zealand, it may be a little bit of a stretch because of the fact I think the next game kicks off at 2:45 a.m. New Zealand time. So it's one of those ones. I think the games this weekend, I am going to be following as many of them as I can, which I think I might be able to almost do all of them. But these ones, since it is a midweek one, I think I'm only going to be able to do this one, unfortunately. I want to do those other two, though, but one of them starts at 5 a.m. New Zealand time. But I am going to be doing more of these Currie Cup games going into the next couple rounds because of the fact I have missed quite a few of them, and I've been missing the games as well. I've been watching them, some of them, but I just haven't been live streaming, and I have been enjoying a lot of these matches that have been taking place. I think the Bulls will run over the Pumas second half, says Achilles. Who are we thinking is going to score the first try of the second half? Do let me know in the chat. My bet's either Stravino Jacobs or Cornell Hendricks because I keep on confusing the two. So I think it's going to be one of those two. Billy is a handsome boy. Must highlight all of his features as well, says Katie Dixon. Yeah, he is currently, I mean, he hasn't been on a live stream in a little while. He's always kind of lurking in terms of in the background asleep, but he never really sits on my lap anymore since the Chiefs lost that Super Rugby final. I think was the last time I kind of seen him supporting the Chiefs. And other than that, once the Chiefs come back, though, I'm sure he will be in support. And Johnny Blaze, while I'm at it, How about Waikato in the Bunnings MPs? Oh, no, he's going to sleep. Never mind. Okay, guys. Sorry. I'm falling asleep. Good night, Erich. Good night, chat. I'm off to land of the nod. Ka kite kaz herira as well. Or hairira, sorry. Says Johnny Blaze. And also we have got Corner Hendricks to score next. Says Kelly's and also much love, chat. Peace out. And take care, Johnny. Or take care, brother. Sorry, says Sebastian. Also, Night Cuzzy. Have a good one, mate. As well, says Katie Dixon. You're actually starting to sound like a Kiwi, Katie. I will say with your kind of slang that you are using in the chat. Kind of cool to see. We have got Chris Smith now making his way out onto the field for the Bulls, and that is going to be replacing the number 15, Novulka. That is a big sub because he has been playing very well, Chris Smith. I believe he was able to score one of the last tries of the match up against the Lions. If I'm not wrong. Maybe Zach Berger. That is a decent shout as well, but it is going to be kicked off here by Chris Smith to get us back underway for the second half of this match. And the Pumas, they have got only a 2-point lead. They will be wanting to extend that heading into the second half. They have only been behind at one stage in this match, I believe. And that was just before, but then they did get the penalty. We have got, yes, I want to be a Kiwi as well, says Katie Dixon. And at this stage, I mean, you're halfway there by sounding like one. So I guess the only other half is kind of ending up in New Zealand, I guess is the other part. But Cervedo Jacobs now stepping on the inside. He is going to be dragged down there. Zach Berger passing it back across field. Big hit there on Stenkamp. Short side, Zach Berger gives it now to, it was Nokia. No, sorry, it would have been Heinrich Lowe. Now it is going to be the try scorer there. Skalka Rasmus was able to get the rolling ball try earlier on for the Bulls. And from about here, I would say that they will be kicking for the post if they do get an opportunity because of the fact that I think it is one of those ones you want the lead. It is going to be kicked high here. From it was Husson. It's going straight across field. It's going to be an awkward one, and it's going to be a massive knock on there by the Pumas player. Going to be claimed now. Chris Smith's got it. Going almost for the touchline here. Not quite going to find it. They had the advantage. But the advantage is now going to be over, and it is going to be the replacement for the Pumas, kicking it into touch. Or is he? Yes, it is a very nice kick there from the replacement, number 10 in this one, which is Eddie Fouché. How's it, guys? Wouldn't it be nice to see Pumas win as well? Will do their confidence good. And that's the thing. If they can get this win, or it was block, sorry, I think I said box. But yeah, if we end up in that situation of the Pumas winning this game, they will more than likely have secured themselves a spot in the semi-final. I'm just going to have another look at the table to see exactly how it is sitting. But I know that the Bulls are top, the Sharks are second, and then it is the Pumas with the game in hand as well. So they're in luck in that regard. Now it's going to be a backline movement, and tell you what, the Bulls are having something to say about it. It's a high shot, though, from the Pumas. Double ball of the whistle, and it's going to be a yellow card straight away for Visaki. And unfortunately, it does mean that he is going to be off the field for 10 minutes. That is the last thing that they were wanting in this situation. And we have got, no, it wouldn't be good. It won't be nice at all, says Achilles, who was, I believe, a Bull supporter in that regard. And we have got Bulls are very strong in the last 20 minutes. They are indeed. And that is a very good kick from Chris Smith as well. So at this stage, with the man advantage, just looking, it's very close. At the end of the day, the Pumas at the moment are sitting on 27. The teams below them, 26, 25, 24. All of those sides have a chance of being able to leapfrog them to get into that top 4 position. He is actually, or the Pumas, I should say, are sitting in 3rd at the moment. So we'll have to wait and see whether or not it will be the situation of them still sitting there after this game. At worst, absolute worst for the Pumas, they want a bonus point for being within 7. I think every point is crucial here at this stage. Going to be a rolling ball now for the Bulls. This is not looking good for the Pumas. They're going to have to try and defend it. It's Zach Berger. He's got the ball at the back of that rolling ball now. He's going to be shut down, though. It was very nicely done by Mkwanodwana. Somewhere around there was that pronunciation. I feel like I was a little bit off there, but 42 minutes into this one, and they've got 10 minutes with the yellow card now to be able to work here, the Bulls. Morno Smith now around this side. The ruck 10 metres out now from the line. The Pumas need to make sure that they can defend like they did in that first half. And also, if they can get that penalty only a couple metres out from their line, they will be taking that every day of the week. Around the side once again, Skalka Rasmus, he'd love to pick himself up a second. That was in from the side. I thought, no, it's going to be a penalty one, though. They've got the advantage as well. So the Pumas more than likely here look like they are going to be kicking this one away. Although with the advantage, you would think that maybe they would decide. Oh, no, she said no advantage because he was able to win it cleanly. So that means now, once again, Neil Otto, he is having a phenomenal game so far. We have it's got there in the chat series. Still thinking about the whole expat thing and starting that rural grocery / takeaway delivery service. I will be keen in that regard. That was actually when I ended up saying where I lived, I believe, when you mentioned that last time, because I got all excited and said you can bring it to where I am. And we have to get there hoping for a disciplinary game That's in the past now, says Sebastian. Yeah, we've had a lot of penalties so far in this one. Definitely with that yellow card, it ends up in that situation of the number 13, Visaki, off the field now for another 9 minutes. Maybe Chris Smith will score. As well, says Achilles. Decent shout as well. He's been playing very well in that number 10 jersey. I feel like he's trying to work his way towards the box, but it's just that big question of whether or not. I mean, you've got Pollard and you've also got, as another option, Mornay Stain. They are both getting up there in age. Although Mornay Stain, he's got to be around for the next British and Irish Lions tour that he can kick the winning penalty once again. But it's one of those ones that they are getting up there in age. So maybe a younger player like a Chris Smith, or also they've got a couple other options. Of course, Yankees is there. There was a number 10 in the very first game of the Rainbow Cup that I watched. And I'm trying to think of what his name was. And I think he played for the Lions. And he was actually very good. And I can't remember the name. I'm going to have to look it up to see exactly who it was. But he ended up with a brutal knee injury, unfortunately, for the man. And it did end up, it just ended up shortening what was going to be a very good season for him. He didn't actually get to play any other games. I'm trying to look for the result of the Rainbow Cup to see exactly who it was. But it was the opening game of the Rainbow Cup. Zach to score a try as well with a burger emoji. And tell you what, it's a beautiful inside ball, only 5 meters out now for the Bulls. And they are once again going to be on auto attack. It's going to be Mornay Smith driving at the line, trying to work his way towards that white line here. It's going to be Nokia. Great low tackle on him, though. And they are able to shut them down here a little bit, but now it's going to be awkward. It's going to be Smith goes out to Horse, and Stravino Jacobs has put the ball down. And that would have been an opportunity. And now the Pumas, it's going to be a foot race into Clerk, Sebastian de Klerk. He's going to score the try off the intercept. And that is absolutely crucial. Oh, crucial mistake from the Bulls there. Stravino Jacobs put the ball down out on the wing. It was a certain try if it went to hands. But then from there, unfortunately for him, put it down Sebastian de Klerk, scoring his first Carling Currie Cup try. Doesn't look very old at all, that's for sure, but he was able to steal that one. This was looking, it was from, in the end, Hussein gave it to the man. Unfortunately, it was Navuka who was able to pick it up. Oh, sorry, it was actually Mafura who was able to get it. And then from there, offload beautifully on the inside, and Sebastian de Klerk, no one was going to be able to catch him. So because of it, it does mean that it is the try. A deadly interception, says Sebastian. It was indeed. She's your first name as well. And he was able to score that try. And then Achilles is not happy with that one, that is for sure. Johan Hussein also working back to the block as well, says Achilles. And also we have got just woke up to a rugby game. My life is good. How are you, mate? And always good when the rugby is on. It is indeed. Sorry, says Achilles. No worries, mate. It is one of those ones. Like, that is not what the Bull supporters would have been wanting to see. So I can understand the frustration in that regard, so it's no worries. It's just the one of I won't read it out, but I do read it in the chat, so it's all good. Like, no worries there. We have got try ball and 100 as well, says Katie Dixon, but this was a great run from de Klerk. He's got plenty of toe for a youngster as well. Was able to score it. I'm going to try and find the name of that guy who was able to score, or not, he didn't actually score, but he was the number 10 for the Lions, I believe, if I'm not wrong. Anyone who does know the Lions pretty well, do let me know who it was. He ended up with a knee injury, and it was a big shame for the man because of the fact that he played so well in the opening stages of that game. And I'm just trying to, I might be able to find it actually while we are waiting, and that one has been kicked into touch. Puma's got him watching here in the Pilbara Karetha, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, gas and oil mines in New Zealand, a Bay of Plenty as well, says Ack Watson. So welcome in terms of the factor of being in South Africa from Kiwiland, I guess you could say. And yeah, that's the one shame. The Bunnings NPC here in New Zealand, Bay of Plenty, they actually had a win over Hawke's Bay in that first match of the competition, which was pretty awesome to see. But now that competition has been postponed for a little bit in that regard, which is a big shame because I was looking forward to it as well. Right, I am trying to find the result. I think it was the Bulls versus the Lions game. I'm going to see exactly who that number 10 was. It was, where is it? No, it wasn't Salinga. Who was it in that match? In the end, I can't actually think of the name. Maybe it was the second game that I am thinking of. But he had a very good game up until the factor of him getting injured. Was it the second round? No, Zalinga was number 10 for the Lions again. Maybe he didn't. No, actually, he may not have played for the Lions. Maybe I've got the wrong side there. Maybe he was actually playing for the, what's his name? May I ask what YouTube channel post Currie Cup highlights for after the match, after the game is over, says Sebastian. Right. Afterwards, it used to be, it was, what's the name? Oh, I've already forgotten it, but he did end up getting taken down in the end, and he had about 18,000 subscribers in the end. I can't think of the name, but it was, Rugged Rugby, I think, has been doing a few of them. Maybe the highlights after these games. could be one to check out. And also, I'll have a look after the game as well to see whether or not I can find any from last week for you guys to see exactly who does them. But I know that they don't really do too many of them, unfortunately, which does suck because I would love for you guys to be able to see these games as well. Link to watch the game in South Africa. James Luando, I think your best bet, unfortunately, is only the paid subscriptions that they have, I believe, which is Supersport, Rugby as well. A lot of channels post highlights, says Achilles, and also we have got, I watch all Springbok games live on YouTube. Some dude streams videos as well, says Achilles, and also let's go as well, says AK. Or is it AK or is it AK? I've just realized it could be AK. But is it AK? It might be AK instead. It's one of the two. And I feel like, yeah, not too sure now. I've confused myself. But do let me know. Don't want to lose to the Pumas as well, says Achilles. And also we have got there much appreciated, from it was Sebastian to Achilles. But that was a big kick downfield from Stravino Jacobs. So the first try of the second half was scored by Sebastian de Klerk. And at this stage now, it is going to be the Pumas. It's almost wheeled right round there. I'm turning my head as well. The way that they're going round and around and around and around at the moment. Who has got that ball? It's going to be the scrum feed for the Bulls. Very nicely done by the Bulls defence. And we have got Sebastian Pelizma, and also we have got just about to ask, or was just about to ask, no, available with Currie Cup commentary without a paywall as well, which is a big shame. I feel like that's one thing that you guys will know about me throughout all of these videos that I have done on the channel, is I just want these games to all be available to everyone. So it's one of those ones that, unfortunately, yeah, if we were to show any match footage or audio, we get taken off YouTube. But I wish there was a way of being able to let you guys see what is going on in the game. But yeah, I do try my best to let you guys know exactly who has highlights and everything on for after the game. I'm still trying to find that number 10. Was it actually, was it Abner van Reenen? Could have been Abner van Reenen. Maybe. Is he injured at the moment? Could have been him. Possibly in the number 10 jersey. I think he may have been playing for the Stormers, perhaps. Yeah, might have been, actually. Might have been Van Reenen. But we have got Rugby. He does sometimes do live stream matches, especially Springbok games, as well as Achilles. And at this stage now, the ball has been fed in by the Bulls 15 minutes into this game, and that's going to be a good push. They've got the advantage as well. Zach Berger now selling the dummy, tries to go himself. Looks for the offload pass back. It's just a little bit loose, so it is going back for the penalty now to the Bulls. And at this stage, 2 minutes left of the Pumas yellow card. The Bulls need to score in this time, I think, to really pour on that pressure. They've been working hard throughout this 10 minutes. Just the one mistake of passing the ball wide and Stravino Jacobs not able to take it, which then led to the try of Sebastian de Klerk for the Pumas. And we have got there as well in the chat a little bit earlier on. My voice is trying to disappear. This is the first live stream we've done today, which is interesting that it's decided that it doesn't quite want to work. Although I have been playing Xbox with George a little bit today, so maybe that is why we were doing a bit of gaming. Me and also Isaac tried to play, but his internet went down, unfortunately, which did mean that he did miss out. But we are going to be doing a live stream on the Kiwi Lads gaming channel at some stage very soon. So if you aren't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button on that channel as well. Zach Berger now getting that line out, gives it to Smith now, passing it back, Cornell Hendricks. Now to the number 13, which in this one is Stedman Jans. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, or is it Hans? Might be Hans, actually. Mornay Smith gives it to Chris Smith now, going for the kick in behind. Didn't get as many meters on it as he would have been wanting, but he did end up in that situation of now it's going to be the line out, and it will be all the pressure on the Pumas. We have got Hope George's neck feels better. I think it is slowly getting better from where, I think it was last week, wasn't it? Early last week, or late last week, actually, they did end up hurting it. So now it is coming right, which is good news. But now, unfortunately, it means that we can't do our Bunnings NPC live streams this weekend because of the level 4 lockdown here in New Zealand. It means that no one is allowed to even talk to your neighbours, is not allowed at the moment, which is, it's one of those ones that's going to be strict for the next probably couple of weeks, but then hopefully, because of the fact that, hopefully it does end up fixing the problem that we have got with the community cases. It's going to be back now. Going downfield, big kick from the number 22, and it is going to be taken very nicely by, it was Arenza, going back across field now. Going to be Hurson trying to pierce the gap, running up the middle now, finding a bit of a gap, 40 metres out, almost going on the inside to Zach Berger, decides against it, and the Pumas all over that breakdown, almost stolen by Otto. But now it's going to be a quick hands knock here. It's got it 25 metres out at the moment for the Bulls, and they are going to be trying to find their way over the try line. 4 seconds left of the yellow card as well. This is the perfect time to be able to do a big tackle there, though, and it's going to be the penalty won by the Pumas. They are playing like a side who wants to win, that is for sure. We have got how much left of the game at this stage? We have got 28 minutes left of this one, so I would say it's going to be finishing at probably around 2:15 or so, somewhere around there at this stage here in New Zealand, I should say. 2:15 a.m. is when it is going to be finishing, but it has been a good game so far. The Pumas have been playing well and they are playing like a side, like I mentioned, that want to get into those top 4 positions. And a win here would almost guarantee them a spot in the semi-finals, depending on how some of the other matches go. They had the game in hand, which is the benefit for them here. At this stage, seems like it is going to be the Pumas who might be able to score the next try. We said all of the players from the Bulls who were going to be scoring, the likes of Stravino Jacobs, also Cornell Hendricks and Zach Berger, but no one was really saying any of the Pumas players. So it's going to be an interesting one. So if we were going to say a Pumas player was going to score, I'm going to say it will be Mafu. Quincy Mafu in the number 8 jersey is my prediction, but I think more than likely the Bulls with a steal in the line out as well, they're going to have a good chance of being able to score the next one. Taken back, though, by the Pumas. And what a tackle that was, but straight on the ball there. Chris Smith just gets it back for his side. He is playing well. That is for sure. Almost stolen there by Mafu, but now they're going short side. The hands now of their big number 8, which in this one is Heinrich Lowe. Zach Berger goes back across field, gives it to Skulker Rasmus. Tackled low by the Pumas, and at this stage, 40 metres out from their own line, Zach Berger fires it back. Good hands from Chris Smith, gives it to Hendricks. On the outside now, gives it to Hans, going for the grubber, kicking behind. It's going to be sitting up nicely, though, for the number 15. Oh, hit high. That's going to be possibly more than a yellow card there. Oh, that's very lucky. He said that it is a high tackle, but because he changed his level, it does mean that it isn't going to be the situation of it being a yellow card, but she gave a yellow card for the earlier one. So perhaps they've got to go upstairs to have a look at this one. 27 minutes ago, Bulls to start firing soon. And if the Bulls lose here, I'm going to leave rugby and watch NASCAR, says Achilles, although they will still be in the semi-finals matchups. So it's one of those ones, they still have a very good chance of making that final, which a lot of people think it is going to be the Bulls versus the Sharks, perhaps. And kia ora, bruv. It's AK, brother, crack up as well. Right, I will remember that it's AK. And you can hear the Pumas, they are not too happy with this one. Originally, the referee said he changed his level, but he still struck very high on the chin. This has to at least, I think, be a yellow card. Even though he does duck, I think it is still too high. The Pumas bench, every time there's the contact to the head, they go, oh, with a very loud noise indeed. So I think it's going to be a yellow card here for Hans, if I'm not wrong. If they do decide to referee this one the way that they did the early one. He does duck down, though. He's almost on a knee, which would be possibly the saving grace for number 13, Hans here. Okay. There is foul play. Change of height. Taking the height change into consideration. From red to yellow sounds like it is going to be the way that they go with this one. So it's going to be a yellow card now to the Bulls. So this is probably now 20 minutes left in this game almost. This is when they need to make sure that the Bulls are playing their best rugby. And they're going to have to do it with 14 men. But the Pumas, they have 14 men on the field. They were able to score a try. So it's one of those ones, maybe it could be the same here for the Blue Bulls we have got there. I don't want to lose to the Pumas, bro. Yellow for who? It is the number 13, Hans here, who is going to be getting sent off the field for 10 minutes. It is going to be Stedman Hans. Direct head contact. Luckily, because he was ducking, it meant that it went from a red to a yellow, and it's a yellow card for Stedman Hans. And now they are going to have to play with 14 men out on the field for the next 10 minutes. It's actually only 53 minutes through this match as well, so there's still plenty of time. Let's hope Bulls win then, says Mitchell. Yeah, at this stage, they are top of the table. I almost got them Vodacom Bulls, but it is the Blue Bulls for this competition for the Currie Cup on the 22. Now the Pumas are going to have an opportunity for perhaps a rolling maul, and Katie has got the yellow card into the chat as well. That was an emoji that we were thinking about having for the channel, but then we thought that one pretty much, I feel like, is just as good as that. So maybe if we were to do anything, it would be like maybe having the hand involved as well. But that would only be if we had a certain amount of members, because we do only have limited spots to be able to put emojis. But we've got the cat emoji, the Billy emoji, I should say. And then also the other emoji coming very soon is going to be the George one. We have got the second team is Blues after Bulls as well, says Achilles. And at this stage, seems like you like the teams with their blue kits perhaps, but that's going to be a nice rolling maul for the Pumas. And the Blues, of course, able to win Super Rugby Trans-Tasman. Very nicely done by them into that competition. Now it's going to be Foucher trying to link up. Not quite able to there, though. Hanging on to the ball. Good tackle from Chris Smith. Just on the 22 now for the Pumas. If they can score now, perhaps they will be able to build their way towards a lead and also towards a bonus point. They would need a total of 2 more tries to be able to get it. It's going to be a penalty now. So what do you do? Do you extend the lead a little bit more? You've currently got a 9-point lead. I think you kick for the corner and try and really put on the pressure while the other side They're taking a shot. I don't know anything, but whoever's got that one does the job as well. So it's Katie and the bacon around it as well. But at this stage, it is going to be taking a shot at the post here, trying to extend that lead to 12 points. I would have thought at this stage, although I guess that is a fair point. Yes, it's nice to get a bonus point, but if you get a bonus point and lose the game, it's still one of those situations of it's not as good as just getting the win. So the Pumas trying to extend that lead a little bit more and then have 8 more minutes at the Bulls while they will only have the 14 men. Come on, Bulls. You big blue Bulls run as well, says Achilles. Eddie Foucher now. Going to be taking on the kick 100% at the moment. 3 from 3, distant 19 meters for this kick. 55 minutes into this game as well. It's going to be an entertaining few last moments, that's for sure. That one has gone over. So now the score is going to be 26 to the Pumas and 14 to the Bulls. So now the 12 points difference. They're making subs as well here, the Bulls. They're trying to work out exactly what they can do here. Stenkamp coming on the field to see whether or not, Stenkamp to see whether or not he can have an impact. And that is going to be WJ Stenkamp as well for the man we have. It's got there. Let's just abolish red and yellow cards and just hold up bacon instead. I'll be keen for some bacon. To be fair, if that was the way that they wanted to do it, just everyone gets bacon. Imagine if that was the halftime snack. Rather than oranges at kids' level, everyone just got served bacon. How different the sport would be, I guess. Did you guys anyone who used to play rugby, did you used to have oranges at halftime, or did you have jelly beans and whatnot? Some little lollies? Because we kind of had it. It was oranges for a start, but then they decided to start giving us lollies instead. But I think everyone actually preferred the oranges. But do let me know. That one is going to be kicked high by, it was September. Going to be a high ball taken very nicely there by Husson. He hasn't done too much wrong in this match so far. Christopher Smith now going for the cross kick. Going to be going into touch, so not quite linking up. We have Oscar there. I just had bacon just a second ago. As I said, Mitch, there you go. It is a universal language, bacon. That is for sure. Nice Pumas. Going to pump them up. Going to pump them now as well, says AK. Who knows? They are making a whole heap of changes here, though, the Bulls. It's going to be Weasels coming on the field. Or Weasels replacing Erasmus, the man who was able to score the try. Ref should just hold up a piss off card. As well as Sebastian. That would be a lot of fun. As well, and also it is going to be Johannes coming on the field. That is replacing Zach Berger in this situation. So he is going to have a big job to do here, Keegan. Johannes, we have got, I'll leave the field and betray my team for bacon. As I said, Achilles. And also, at this stage, I feel like a lot of people would do the same. Bacon's one of those ones that if you have something with bacon, like cheese and bacon is just one of those combos that go very nicely together. Also, egg and bacon, or bacon and egg. A pie, bacon and egg pies are very nice, but it is going to be now the Pumas who will have a halfway line out here, going over the top, taken nicely. Was a very nice tackle there by Weasels. Going back across field now, it's going to be once again for sheer short ball into the hands of Vasahi, who is back out on the field after getting his yellow card now. It'll be the try scorer there, de Klerk, trying to step back on the inside. How much he would love to be able to get himself the second one. That one's kicking in behind there from September. Strafino Jacobs now going to have a lot of time on the left boot to well and truly send this one downfield. Going close to the touchline, taken nicely though by Vasahi. Now giving it to the fullback. Well, it's going to be driving forward. Big hit on him though by Nokia, straight on the ball as well. And Mornay Smith wins the penalty for the Blue Bulls. We have got oranges at halftime. But that was 50 years ago, says Russell, as well. So I feel like it's one of those ones. The tradition has just continued on. It used to always be kind of at junior level. It was each week someone else's mum would have to cut up the oranges before the game, and you got a big container of them. And everyone there was either, someone would have them, they'd always put them into the mouth guard, of course, for a little bit of halftime. But oranges at halftime were just the best thing ever. We have got the smell of cooking bacon. I get you out of bed in the morning as well, says Steve Smith, if it does indeed. Very nice indeed. It's one of those ones as well. I feel like any meat cooking, although some meats, I think is it just normal pork? One of them doesn't smell that great when it's cooking, but bacon, of course, is one of those ones that smells very nice. We have got sometimes buy a whole pack of bacon and eat it at once as well, says Achilles. And I feel like we're talking about bacon a lot, but while we're on the topic, do you guys prefer like streaky bacon, as in like the bacon strips, or do you prefer kind of like whole middle bacon, I guess it's called, if I'm not wrong, kind of like the big kind of thick pads? No, that's not the word, but the big thick sheets of bacon. That one's popped out, and it is going to be now going back for the advantage to the Pumas. No, sorry, to the Bulls. And they're going to be 10 meters out, and at this stage, they are 12 points behind. So I think with only 14 men out on the field, they probably need to decide to go for the corner here. I would think we have got oranges become mouth guards as well, says KT. And at that stage, buying a whole pack of bacon is definitely something that is very enjoyable to do. At the stage they are just shown, I believe it was he came straight through the middle there. And I think it was the replacement number 16. It may have been Clarkson, if I'm not wrong, who did that. And we've got whole bacon as well. Says Achilles and crispy, streaky bacon for me. Says, Steve Smith, sorry. I almost called you Chris Smith. But of course, he is the number 22 for the Bulls. I love bacon in all of its many forms as well, says Katie. See, I feel like I'm a 50-50. It depends on how good the bacon, in terms of the crispy, streaky bacon is good, if it is kind of crispy enough that the fat is more like bacon than fat, if that makes sense. Like, I am one of those ones who cut the bacon like off the thick bacon. I always cut the outside fat off, which I don't know whether that's something everyone does, but for crispy bacon, if it is crisped up just right, it is very nice indeed. I think the last time I tried to do crispy bacon, I burned it, unfortunately, which is a shame. Old bacon from Achilles, and also we have got, and any bacon is fine. They all taste delicious, and thick, juicy bacon, says Mitch, and also bacon can cure a broken heart, trust me, as well, says Achilles. And at this stage, I hope we don't have any vegetarians or vegans watching at this stage, because they will be absolutely hating this chat that we're having at this stage. Just all about bacon. And we have got that I can agree with as well, says Mitch in the chat. At this stage now, it is going to be a line out here for the Bulls. Only going to be 5 meters out, so this is a perfect time for them to be able to get themselves a try. Nokia claiming that one for the line out. They have already been able to score one rolling maul try. Looks like this is about to be the second. They're going towards that touchline, breaking off yet another 16. He scores it. And that is going to be the try for Jan Hendrik Wetzels, who was able to score you buy bacon and make it biltong. So delicious as well, says Achilles, and sorry, vegans as well, says Katie Dixon. And also we have got there, but bacon grease is nectar of the gods. Use it to cook all the things as well, says Katie Dixon. And don't worry, even vegetarians admire bacon secretly as well, says Sebastian. It's like, I heard the term, is it pescatarian? How it's kind of like you're a vegetarian, but you do eat meat as well every once in a while. I think it's the term, or you're allowed to eat fish, I think, as a pescatarian, if I'm not wrong. I don't really know all the terms. But yeah, I know vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian is something along the lines as I just said. And then carnivore, herbivore, dinosaurs, that's what they have. But I don't know what else there is in terms of the food groups we have else got there. That's not shade, lol. I love vegan food too. But I love all food. If it is food, I'll probably love it as well. And pescatarians eat fish, as I says Katie Dixon. So yeah, it's kind of a bit of, do fish count as, I guess fish count as meat, but that's why it's got a special term, I guess. We've just been talking about food for this whole second half. It's ever since that pizza was mentioned earlier on, and everyone is just loving it. I feel like that is one thing I need to do, a Pizza Hut mukbang on the channel for the Kiwi lads and have all the guys here. That's after we exit lockdown. So almost kicked over, but not quite. Just went away to the side. So now the score is still going to be 19 to the Bulls and 26 to the Pumas. And it's another situation. When the Pumas had 14 men on the field, they were the side that scored. When the Bulls had 14 men on the field, they were the side that scored. So at this stage, maybe either side will decide to get a yellow card and score the last try of this match. We've still got 20 minutes left, though. I eat absolutely everything that's edible, apart from garlic, obviously, as well as a best. I just realized halfway through that, of course, where that has come from. But it's a weird one. Isaac, he kind of, like, I'm quite a fussy eater, and he always finds it strange that I enjoy eating garlic and onions when I don't really like too many of the other kind of weird, or not weird, but kind of stronger tasting foods. Like, I guess, although that sounds like a lot of them, I'm a bit fussy, but I normally eat a lot of what's on the table. We have got bacon goes with it, just about anything to it does indeed. Oh, I want cheese and bacon, or mac and cheese with bacon in it. Bacon bits, that would be very nice indeed. But Christopher Smith, once again, kicking for the touchline. That is something he does very often. Just deciding to keep on kicking it for touch here. And at this stage, just trying to slow this game down once again. Get the man back out on the field in only a minute 20 time as well. Bacon covered in melting cheese. Yeah, you melt cheese, and then you add cheese all around the bacon to eat it. You add a sweet chili and tomato sauce on top of your one. That's even more delicious as well. Says Achilles, geez, I want some bacon now. OMG, I have to make that now. So says Mitch. Yeah, I feel like this is going to become, everyone will drop their recipes in the chat. I actually tried cooking the, I made homemade hash browns. And I put potato, onion, egg, and flour in it with a little bit of oil in the pan. And I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible either at the same time. I feel like I'll slowly get that better. And we always got there. Vegetarian is derived from the skin script for lousy hunter. So I says Russell, fair point there. I guess, yeah, it's one of those ones that it is easier to catch a plant than it is to catch a living animal in that regard. Maybe, depending on the plant. Isaac actually used to have a Venus fly trap, and I never used to know how those things worked. Because like the fly would like go inside the mouth and then it just go, yep, cheers. We'll have that for the next couple of weeks, but we haven't got there do it as well from Katie at this stage. Now, 17 minutes left in this game between the Pumas and the Bulls. I will mention, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are going to be back with more Currie Cup live streams in the future. I have only just gotten back into this competition because of the fact they just haven't been showing it on New Zealand TV too often, which is a big shame. Throughout the Olympics, they didn't show a single game of the Currie Cup, but now they are showing them, and I am well and truly back into it. We did a few of the Currie Cup games very early on, and we are going to be doing the playoff games as well. They are only in a couple of weeks' time, which is a very awesome indeed. Mitch, go try and come tell me. Make sure your cheese is melting like it should be. Very soft, the cheese. Must want to drip off the bacon. So damn delicious as well, says Achilles. And also we have got the Omega BLT. And also Lousy Hunter makes me think of Ark Survival. Are you and George playing anymore, Hamish? As well, says Katie Dixon. We haven't actually filmed anything in a wee while, but we did buy a server, which is kind of one of those ones that pretty much you have to pay a monthly subscription to be able to keep on playing multiplayer kind of thing. So we did buy that maybe a month ago, and we haven't been on since, but we have got episode 3, or kind of a third 3-hour recording, I think it is, that we have got filmed that I just need to edit. There's going to be a penalty there to the Bulls as well. So now you're in that situation, 7 points difference. I think they'll be going for the corner once again. 60 watching, 14 likes. Hit that like button, y'all. Much appreciated. Says Katie Dixon. You heard it. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on the channel as well. Just hugely appreciated. Wouldn't be a great idea for me because I'm lactose intolerant, but I have it anyway, says Mitch. That is commitment right there for the bacon and cheese. That is for sure. But yeah, now I really want mac and cheese. Don't know whether we've got any though. Unfortunately, we haven't got there. What you have to pay to play multiplayer? What kind of dystopian nightmare has gaming become? Yeah, it's actually the only game that I know of that has kind of that stipulation that no matter what, to be able to play any form of multiplayer, other than split screen, of course, from the same location, you have to actually buy a server. And it's not cheap either. I think it's like $20 a month to be able to have a server just to play the game. So we really need to film more episodes of that. Maybe do a live stream of it. Could be quite fun as well on the Kiwi Lads Gaming channel, because we were thinking about games that we could live stream, but we hadn't worked out what one yet. But this is going to be another rolling maul here for the Bulls, 15 meters out off the line out as well. It's in the hands of Borte at the moment. It's looking good for them. It's going to be breaking off the back, getting close, driving at the line. Oh, he's been pushed back into the field of play. That was extremely close, only a meter short. It's held up. Oh, it's going to be a 5-meter scrum. They have survived there. And the Bulls almost able to get over there. Oh, he's got a stinger on the shoulder as well. The number 16, you can see how painful that is. It's made the eyes water as well. That looks painful. Oh, I'll tell you what, that man is in a lot of discomfort. We're going to have a stoppage here. We have got there. Sebastian sounds good to me. And also we have got final Bra. What do you say, sir? Or Currie Cup final Bra. It's a Bra like a mukbang. Do let me know. Because I feel like I don't quite know what that word is. And we have got there steak, a cheese steak. Also delicious, sorry, you barbecue your steak, add some nice steak sauce or something, then dip the steak inside a bucket of melted cheese and eat the steak. Sounds solid indeed. And we have got greens from Malaysia, 24 degrees, continuing heavy rain, 5 hours as well. Geez, that is a lot. But at least, I guess it's one of those ones. 24 is almost the lowest temperature, I think you've told me, MH Choi, throughout the last little while. So I guess it's one of those ones. It's good. It's a little bit less hot for you, but then of course 5 hours of rain, heavy rain as well, is not ideal. So hopefully you don't have any flooding where you are, mate. AK has said as well, seems we're talking about bacon fried in brown sugar. Oh, boss, thank me later. That crispens it up quite nicely as well, doesn't it? If I'm not wrong, not familiar with either of these teams yet, but may the best team win as well, says Katie, and also Katie the Bulls, the best rugby team in South Africa. And also we have got AK has said, Katie has said, at the Florida State Fair, I can't read today. Unfortunately, they cut bacon thick and fried it and covered it in chocolate as well. I'm really hungry now, says Ellie. Yeah, at this stage, I'm going to have a snack after this live stream, I think, with how hungry I'm going to be, because we're talking about bacon for the whole second half. We do apologise. Although, to be fair, if you're not in New Zealand, you might be sitting, if you're in South Africa, it's currently 4 p.m, so don't worry, you've only got a couple more hours till your next big meal, and perhaps bacon will be on the table for this one. We'll have to wait and see, but now it's going to be a big scrum from the Bulls. That's going to be an advantage as well. Huge push from the Bulls, and they're only going to be a couple meters short. The ball is right there. Oh, he's grabbed the ball, and it's going to be a penalty try there, which is a guaranteed 7 points. So now they don't have to convert it. It's going to be 26-26. The Bulls are right back in this match. 15 minutes left. That's the thing. Every Currie Cup game that I have been following has always come right down to the wire. I'm going to look through some previous results. I feel like there's going to be a few exceptions, but overall, every game is just so close. And it's extremely hard to pick who is going to be winning them. Apologies to any lousy hunters we've got in the chat as well as Sebastian. And also we have got there the Bulls have won Springboks 18 before the Lion series. And mind you, the Bok 18 had many experienced players in that team, says Achilles as well. We have got there, sorry mate, says Katie. And also we have got there in the chat, soup on the stove. It's freezing here in Western Cape. What temperature are you looking at the moment, Blocks? Do let me know. Currently here in New Zealand, we've actually gone up to 2 degrees Celsius, which we were at -1. So I'm glad that it is starting to get a little bit warmer. Big hit there from it was the man in the number 8 jersey. He has been putting in a shift throughout this one. Now, once again, the big forwards for the Pumas on the halfway line. They need to get a penalty or something very soon if they want any chance of being able to win this one. September now passing it across field. A lot of the replacements have already been made for both sides, if not all of them almost. Going to be for Shear now. The quick feet of the number 14 now. Out on the wing to De Klerk. He was able to score a try conversion, an interception earlier on in this match. I'm going to do the same perhaps in the later stages for Shear now. Offloading it to the number 7, whose name I cannot pronounce the same myself, unfortunately, which I feel like I will need some lessons on. In that regard for Shear now, getting a little bit isolated, almost becoming a rolling maul, but he has been able to find a knee on the ground, which does now mean that they have to release. And the Pumas in the first half, they had 15 or so phases back-to-back, weren't able to pierce the line. So whether or not they can do it here, that was a good run from the number 11, which in this one would be Neil Murray. It is actually Styling. I believe on the ball, it's a penalty to the Pumas, 40 metres out, not rolling away is the call against number 4, Swanepoel. So because of it now, the Pumas might have a chance of being able to find their way to the corner. They're going for the corner. They've decided that is the best option, isn't it? 26 all. Says Sebastian, it is indeed all. They haven't updated it yet on my website. I will quickly add a banner so that you guys know exactly what the score is. It's weird that they haven't updated it because they are at the 70th minute, which has not happened yet. And what we will do is we will go Pumas 26 and we will go 26 here for the Bulls as well. And hopefully they do update it soon. But if they have not, I will go like this and we will go like this. And then we will remove that one for now so that you guys can see the score. But that one will be coming back as soon as they do correct the score. At the stage here, they ended up all Snowman coming on the field now. That's going to be for Styling that he does replace there. It's going to be an interesting final 15 or so, 12 minutes of this one. For Shear taking it nicely. They're inside of the 22 here. The Pumas, and it's a penalty straight away to the Bulls there. Not releasing is the call. And it was the man in the number 8 jersey. I've said many times that I keep on forgetting his name. But in this one, it is Heinrich Lowe. How can you forget him? He's been everywhere on the park today. That is for sure. We have got there. Hamish, isn't it? 26 all it is indeed. And Katie, as impressive as that might be, the Bulls sometimes doesn't play like that, like they did back then. They sometimes lose against small teams, and they not always on that level. Unfortunately, says Achilles. And Hamish Mitch and I came over, Hamish Mitch and I'll come over and bring some bacon at 3 a.m. snack catch in about 45 minutes. As well says Elliot, we have got there. It's bad that Chris Smith misses the previous previous conversion. Yeah. Not the one that he would have been wanting for because of the fact that, unfortunately, that would give them the lead in this situation. But it was a hard kick, and the Bulls are still a very competent side that are able to get tries late in a match. They're on halfway at the moment. Stenikamp, but that's going to be a penalty against Otto. Unfortunately, not supporting his body weight there. He has done very well throughout this match. There we go. We will go back to that live one, and we will go like this. There we go. We are back, and Katie, I hope we win this. My heart needs this victory as well, says Achilles. And also we got the South African flags from Samuel. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Munnon and Veg Soup. So else says Block. So that sounds all right at this time of night, although it will be 4 p.m. there in South Africa. It's currently 2 a.m. here in New Zealand. So we're a wee way off breakfast here, but I might have a snack after this one. A beauty of a game so close. Finishing strong Pumas, or finish strong Pumas, says AK. I can't read the chat today. Sorry about that, guys. What a game. Loving every minute of it, says Expert Gaming. Yeah, it's been extremely close. And the Currie Cup, most of the games are, like we've had the last round, there was one blowout, which was the Bulls were able to get the win over the Lions, 48 points to 21. But other than that, only 7 points difference, no points difference. It was a draw last week as well. The week before that, 44-44 draw between the Cheetahs and the Lions. Like, this competition has a lot of close games. Is this one going to be one of them as well? We are currently drawing in this one. Who can get the win here? It's going to be in the hands of Stenikamp now. And he is Swanepoel driving forward now. Nice flat ball, and the Bulls have got all the momentum. They are going forward very nicely. 15 metres out wide ball now to Hans. He's got the men on the outside, goes himself 5 metres here for the Bulls. is the difference between them making it to the try line, driving the leg drive from the number 16, going close to the touchline there. But he's been able to stay in. It's going to be Nokia, pass it across to Mornay Smith. He's over the line and he's scored the try for the Bulls. And it is going to be now a very important kick for the Bulls here. We have got their arm neutral, but I'll go for the underdogs. Come on, Pumas. They're going to need a try very soon. But Mornay Smith scoring his first try of the Carling Currie Cup. And what a time to get it. 71 minutes through this one. Can the Pumas fight back in this matchup? They're going to need a try, and they need Chris Smith to miss this conversion, which will be very interesting to see whether or not. But South Africa is blessed with good teams. Don't underestimate the Pumas or the Greek ones ever, as well as Cesar Achilles. Yeah, that's the thing. Every game of the Currie Cup pretty much is a close one. Like we see that round before, like 1 point difference, 7 points difference, 3 points difference. Like none of these games are huge blowouts other than the occasional one. And most of the time does involve the Blue Bulls as the team that have the blowout. Other than that, though, it is that situation of very close ones, which is extremely exciting to watch. And it always puts you on the edge of your seat right down to the wire. Chris Smith here needs to get this one. He struck it well, but it's he's got it. He's got it. Thought it was going away to the left, but straight down the middle for Chris Smith. So now it is going to be 7 points difference. The Bulls sitting on 33 and the Pumas sitting on 26. 8 minutes left in this one. And the Pumas are going to need the next try. Yes, Bulls. How's it, Achilles, as well, says Puyat. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. And we have got their thanks doc in the chat, or it's the emoji from Dylan. Welcome into the live stream, mate. And also we have got, hey, buddy, fancy seeing you here, mate. Says Achilles as well. And up all the coffee, they scored the try, says Katie Dixon. And at this stage, it's going to be interesting. 7 minutes left. The Pumas, this is pretty much to guarantee themselves a spot in the semi-final. If they can win or even just draw this game would actually be enough for them, I believe, to be able to make it through. But it's going to be very tough. At this stage, just outside of their own 22 here, the Bulls, they are going to have the position and they will be wanting to hang on to it for a majority of the rest of this match. Going to be kicked high there from Johannes. It's going to be taken on the halfway line. Not quite. Wasn't lined up, but it's bouncing nicely for the Pumas there. A rough pass. A lot of pressure on for Sheba. He's done extremely well to somehow get that one. And I believe we're going back for a knock-on. Yes, it is going to be a knock-on. And because of it now, it does mean that it is going to be a scrum and some subs being made as well. We have got Bulls going to run away with the game now. Says Achilles, and also we have got Let's Go Boys. Says Mitch, and also just a penalty or try, and we win. Says Achilles, that is a good point. And at this stage, Klaassen now going to be coming out onto the field. He is replacing Swart, who has had a very decent game in that number 2 jersey. We have got, well, what a last 8 minutes for the Bulls. Says MH. Yeah, that's the thing. 2 yellow cards, 1 for each side. And any time that side had a yellow card, they were actually the side that scored. So the Pumas strategically here, if they got a yellow card, they would be scoring the next try if it is the system that is in place. Although I'm sure that's not quite how they will be thinking of it. Pumas has to cover the relapse as well. Says MH. Yeah, they need to make sure that they don't give away any penalties inside their own half, because or else then the Bulls not just either having the opportunity for the kick if it's close enough, but they've also got that situation. Oh, that's a big push from them, but luckily still on the side of the Pumas now. Big Seller, the dummy, not quite able to link up with the number 23 there. Oh, it's on the... Oh, he was almost... That was Matt Moore having a drive there. But the Pumas at this stage, he's placed the ball. They need to make sure they don't make any mistakes. But yeah, any penalty against them will use up time for the line out and everything if it is further out. So they need to make sure they don't make mistakes here. You know, Otto with another carry. He's only given away 1 penalty in this one. The tackle's made very even in this game so far. They've got men on the outside now. He's going to be cutting on the inside, not able to find the offload there, number 16, who has only just got out there, Klaassen. Going back September once again. Gives it now to Fouchier to come on the field relatively early due to the head knock of their original number 10. Going back September once again, linking up for Fouchier. Going to be their number 20, Willie Engelbrecht now. Driving forward, they've still got this ball, and I believe they've actually almost got this advantage as well, if I'm not wrong here. No, I think they must not. I thought the ref had her arm out for a second, but once again, it's going to be Neil Otto. Nice offload there, passing it now short side. Giving it to their number 15. The Bulls are all over them in this situation. Oh, big drive there from Willie Engelbrecht to try and drive his players forward. Oh, that's a wall. And he hasn't been able to get through there, the number 7 for the Pumas. It's a good defense. How many minutes left at this stage? There's only 5. It's a knock-on advantage as well, or is it? Yes, it is. It's a knock-on against the Pumas now, and on the halfway line, the Bulls are now going to have the position. Will they kick it in behind? I think if they give it to Chris Smith, they will, but it looks like instead they're going to be running it forward. It's once again going to be a good run. The advantage is over, and is that going to be the penalty? No. Once again, not quite. Chris Smith kicks it into touch. He only kicked it about a metre or maybe 10 forward. Chris Smith. He was trying to go for a little bit more distance, but he's been learning a lot from Mornay Stain, that is for sure. Loving a territory kicking game, and we have got well done Pumas as well, Cecil, and also we have got there, come on Bulls, tackle those cats, and also you are Big Bull with Longhorns, hunt them down, and also we've got in the chat from Sebastian, I would have had the Benetton players equip the Pumas jersey and just send them on as well, says Sebastian. Of course, the Rainbow Cup final, it went the way of Benetton up against the Bulls. That game was played in Italy, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, it was very hot indeed. Tackles missed 12 for the Pumas, but overall, not too bad. They have been able to get that line out now. Foucher now passes it back, gives it to Otto, who slips unfortunately for him. Currently 35 metres out for the Pumas now, deciding to go to the short side instead. Passing it across, he's going to be well and truly isolated, but he has done well to keep on driving there. Moritz, so because of it, they were able to get the men to the breakdown. Willie Engelbrecht now trying to drive forward, finds the offload as well on the outside now. Nice run there from Shane Kirkwood. 40 metres out from their own line, and they're going short side. Oh, he was almost through the gap. Almost Cornell Hendricks' ball in the breakdown as well. Currently 4 minutes left in this one. And it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be able to win it. Neil Otto there once again getting the carry. And in this situation, they're going blindside. It's going to be the clerk just trying to shunt off the tackle. Stravino Jacobs, it's a penalty to the Pumas for the player not rolling away. Stravino Jacobs just trying to get in that breakdown a little bit too quick and ended up having the player not rolling away, which I believe was Cornell Hendricks, who did make the tackle there. And we have got there in the chat as well. Can't wait to face Benetton again. And of course, the United Rugby Championship going to be coming up in only a couple months' time. I believe that starts up in October. The problem with living in New Zealand, like, yes, we get all the Southern Hemisphere, like New Zealand and Australia games kind of on a decent time scale, but every other game is in the middle of the night. And it's one of those ones, I want to watch as many games as I can, but it's very hard to when they are all starting at like 3 or 5 a.m. Like currently in New Zealand, it's 2:15 a.m., but we are still going into this match. It's stolen in the line out by the Bulls once again, and that is what they want. Chris Smith once again. He is just punishing the Pumas at the moment. That is an absolutely huge kick downfield. And it's only going to be 10 metres out now. The Pumas from their own line. Going to be pulling the ears or pinning the ears back now. Nice little run am I. Going to do the chip as well. This is some individual brilliance here. Going to be offloading it across. It's just a little knock on though from the Pumas. It was the man in the number 23 jersey. I believe it would have been Matt Moore. He was looking dangerous as well. And Achilles not very happy at the moment, but we'll be happy with that. But that was a beautiful run from Matt Moore there. Just not quite. Or sorry, it was once again Sebastian de Klerk. He's been everywhere at the moment out there for the Pumas. And he has been looking dangerous. Maybe he will be able to find himself a try at the very end of this match. We will have to wait and see. But any penalty against the Pumas from here, I believe, is going to be the end of the game for them. We have got the I8. All my nails are busy chewing the dogs now as my nerves is on another level. Yeah, it's a very close game at the moment. But the one thing that the Bulls have in their favour is they've got the attacking scrum now from 45 out from the line of the Pumas. And also you're in that situation of if there is a try to the Pumas, they still need to convert. So it's going to be a tricky one for them to be able to win it. But we've seen the fighting spirit from the Pumas. Sorry, they were able to fight back to a 40-all draw up against the Western Province. That's a big push, and it's an advantage to the Bulls now. And this won't be minding them one bit. They've got the ball just inside their own half, and they have got the opportunity on the outside. They have got the bonus point already. It's kicked it behind, and it's going to be a good chase here. And because of that, it's a loose ball, or it's taken there by the number 13, and they are going right back for the penalty now. And because of it now, this can almost use up all of the rest of the time on the clock. For it will be Chris Smith. He will be taking the kick, and this will be 90 seconds left in this game. It's over, says Steve Smith. It seems like it will be indeed. Pumas so close. Okay, at this stage now, Chris Smith, he's taking his time to take this kick. Of course, they do not want to risk anything here. If this one comes off the post and comes back, it could be like the Tri-Nations match that we saw with Reece Hodge. He kicked that one from about 58 metres out, bounced back into the field of play, and the All Blacks and the Wallabies kept playing for another 8 minutes. Imagine if we get that here. Would be a very interesting dilemma to come on Pumas. So in this situation, you need Chris Smith to miss this kick for them to have a chance in this one, because that's the thing. If he gets this kick, that takes away the bonus point of the Pumas as well. So it is not going to be ideal for them if he does get this one from 39 out, Chris Smith, but very capable kicker. Although his kicks for touch haven't been as good as they normally are in this match, I will mention. So it will depend. Is he going to be able to get it off the tee here? Just using up a bit more of the time. Taking another look at the post. Taking another look at the post. Taking another look at the post. He's taking his time here, Chris Smith. He's struck it well. He's missed. He's missed. It's going to be a 22 with 4 seconds left in this one. So the Pumas, they are in the situation of they are getting a bonus point here unless the Bulls can get the ball and somehow score points. What is going to happen here? Pumas is still in so far, yet so near as well. They've been able to retain that one here. The 22 dropout has gone the way of the Pumas, and because of it now, they have got the ball one last time. They are going back short side for Cher. Gives it out now to the winger, or it's not the winger, it's the number 16, and he is running like he's a winger there, Clarkson. Going short side, kicking it into touch. And they are willing to take the draw, or not take the draw, but they are willing to take the point. That is the end of the game. Interesting, anticlimactic end almost, but September, he was like, we would rather take a point here than give away a penalty and end up losing that bonus point. So at this stage, they decided they weren't going to be able to go 60. I feel like the youngster, Sebastian de Klerk, he'll be a little bit disappointed with that. He would have loved his chance out there. Come on, Bulls. Our Stormer supporters need you to win as well. Says Antoinette. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. And we have got fair play to the Pumas, though. They're fighting hard for that spot in the playoffs. They are indeed. And at this stage, the extra point could be crucial for them. They have moved up, or they are on 27 at the moment, so they will move up to 28 points with that bonus point. So that will mean that they are 2 points clear of the Griquas and also the Western Bromwich, who both have a game in hand. And the Western Bromwich are actually on 25, so they'll be 3 points clear of them. It's going to be interesting, that is for sure. It's going to be a very close finish for these sides, and I'm looking forward to every single game. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to watch too many of the games that are happening later on tonight because they are going to be kicking off at 2:45 a.m. and also 5 a.m. New Zealand time. So it would be a very late night indeed, but we are certainly going to be back this weekend and also next week and for the playoffs for the Carling Currie Cup. And a great game, both teams, says Katie, and the Bulls have delivered, says Achilles. You would have been nervous right up to the final moment, but the Bulls were able to get that win. So that will push them up now, sitting on, I believe, with a bonus point as well. They will end up in the situation of being on 44 points, which will put them a total of 9 points clear of the Sharks. So at this stage, it seems like they have almost secured themselves a home final in this situation, which is very impressive this early on in the competition with only a couple more weeks left. They've got round 13, then round 14, and then they are going to be the playoff games as well. We have got now Mbombela as well, says Achilles, and also we have got there decided to secure the bonus point. This is a bit of a gamble from their part. Yeah, it's nervous for them, that is for sure, because now they have to watch those other games for these other two sides, like the Cheetahs, the Griquas, and also I believe it is the Western Province and Golden Lions. They can all catch them in that situation. Steve, you are a very generous man. I do thank you very much for your donation. Cheers for streaming. No worries. Thank you very much for watching, mate. It is hugely appreciated you being here. And yeah, thank you very much for your donations. They are certainly going to be going towards the channel and also pizza, of course, because of the fact we do love ourselves some pizza here on the channel. Definitely bacon on it as well. I promise you that there will be bacon on that pizza. Or pizzas, I guess you could say. Thanks so much for another epic live stream. Thank you very much, Achilles, for tuning in. It's good to see you back, mate. And yeah, hopefully we do get to see you in the future as well. Dollar signs with these celebrations from Katie Dixon as well. And also we have got there, thanks Katie, says Achilles, and also the Currie Cup final will be the Sharks and the Blue Bulls, but we are the Sharks, says Gert. Yeah, they are second at the moment, the Sharks. And it seems to always be those two sides in the final, but it's always a good game. So I am looking forward to it. And we have got there, Russell said, thanks so much. This was good fun. I learned a lot about bacon as well. Yeah, we certainly had a lot of bacon mentioned throughout this one. We have got David in the chat as well. Hello, guys. Screening from Argentina. Welcome in, mate. It is good to see you. And I should mention now the games that we are going to be streaming for this week, or at least one of the big games that we are doing. We are going to be doing the Springboks taking on Argentina for the second match of the Rugby Championship for both of the sides. Should be an entertaining game. And yeah, hopefully Argentina, they will be able to have a very good performance in that one up against the powerful South Africans. Yeah, it's going to be a good game. We are going to be providing the commentary for that one as well. Thank you all for all you do for us, Hamish, says Katie Dixon, and Kieran with the ball as well, says Katie. Thank you very much for tuning in once again. It is hugely appreciated. I wasn't sure how this live stream was going to be going for the Currie Cup because of the fact that we haven't actually done one of these in about 6 weeks or so, but we are definitely going to be doing a lot more of them heading into the final weeks because of the fact that also provincial level for New Zealand at this stage for rugby has actually been taken away. So it's one of those ones that it's postponed. So hopefully we do get to see more of it in the future, but I think it's going to be a couple of weeks away at least. We need pizza, bacon, and Fortnite as well. Says Ellie. It's a good combo right there. We have got big love for today's stream. Always enjoying South Africa rugby. Big love to everyone. Says Sebastian as well. And thank you for the game. Says good. And thank you all very much for tuning in. Keep well, mate. Says Emmett Short right back at you, mate. And hopefully doesn't end up flooding too badly with the heavy rain that you are getting at the moment. But they are showing the live table at the moment for the Bulls. They are sitting on 44 points at the moment, followed by the Sharks, who have a game in hand. They have played 10, and they are sitting on 35. The Pumas are then sitting on 28, so they received that bonus point. It's going to be interesting to see whether or not it will be enough to be able to keep on pushing them towards a spot in the semi-final, because of the fact that Griquas, game in hand, they are sitting on 26. Game in hand for the Western Province, they are sitting on 25. The Lions are sitting on 24. And I think the only side that can't quite catch them at this stage is going to be the Cheetahs. But if they win the next game, they will be right up there as well. Could be anyone's game to be finishing, that is for sure. Who's going to be in the semi-final, we will have to wait and see. But it should be very entertaining nonetheless. We have got to see you again next time, Hamish. Can't wait for New Zealand versus South Africa. That's going to be a big game, and hopefully it can take place. Of course, the All Blacks stuck in New Zealand at the moment with the lockdown. So hopefully we do get to see that third Bledisloe Cup match, and also that big one, the 100th match between the Springboks and the All Blacks. Thanks, Van, for another great stream. Y'all are the best in the world as well, says Katie Dixon. And also no rugby house coverage available in Malaysia, says MH Troy. And it's weird because during the Olympics, they actually had none of these Currie Cup games on New Zealand television, or TV, I guess I should say, which was a big shame because of the fact I was actually following game for game up till that point. And then they were like, oh, the Olympics is on. So rather than kind of having it on a pop-up channel or anything, they were just like, we'll scrap that competition because no one's watching it. I was sitting there like, what? Wait, what? Like, I've been following all of the games for it. But yeah, luckily it is back now, and we are going to get to watch every single game of the remaining ones. They are going to all be on Sky Sport 1, which is awesome to see, because the fact then you 100% know that they are going to take place. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like. Also subscribe to the channel if you are new. And we will be back, not tonight, unfortunately, because of the fact the next game will kick off at 2:45 and also then 5 a.m. But we will be back next week and also this weekend for a lot more rugby to do with South Africa and all around the world as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in. And I will see you all